All right, everybody. Super excited to have everybody here. Zoom. If you guys are on YouTube and you want to come hang out in the Zoom, we have a live Zoom going on right now. Yes, it is live. I know some of you guys watching in the future, you guys are going to wonder if this is live. Well, this is November 2nd, 2022. Okay. So in the future, if you guys are watching this on November 3rd or November 5th, then you know it's not live. But today, November 2nd, it is live. It is 2:04 p.m. It is currently live on our YouTube channel. So I already got people in the side chat on Zoom or on YouTube saying, good, I'm glad this is live. We're going to be talking about how to get your first deal starting with nothing. The Elephant Challenge is a very specific type of challenge. We are going slow and steady like an elephant. Real estate is a massive animal. Massive. You've got creative finance, wholesaling, fixing and flipping, real estate agents, brokers, hard money lenders, private money lenders, multifamily, commercial. It's like all the things that you could throw all together, and I've barely even skimmed the surface. Real estate can be really daunting. And so what we want to do is we want to help people that are having a hard time getting into real estate by doing a monthly challenge. We do this challenge, again, every single month. Okay, we've done it twice. We've got a handful of people coming on the live stream today that are going to show you guys deals that they've done, talk about deals that they've done with each other in this challenge. We are using one tool and one tool only. We are not trying to sell a mentorship. In fact, you shouldn't join a mentorship. You should work with the people in the side chat on Zoom. We are live streaming on YouTube because there's always people that ignore emails. There's people that ignore text messages. They think we're trying to spam them. And I think that honestly, sometimes we do spam people. We send out a lot of emails. We send out a lot of blasts. So thank you guys for being patient with all of that stuff. Here's what we're planning on doing today. We are going live for 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 hours every single day. The goal is for everybody in here to submit offers on maybe their first deal or help other people submit on their first deal. Now I got to take Dan Quijano off of, I got to take him off, man. I love you, but you guys keep trying to come up here. I don't want you coming up here. Okay. We are going to help so many people in here. The Elephant Challenge is doing this slowly, surely, in a very steady manner. Okay. You got Rondria, Gail says, I'm looking for my first deal. How many people right now are looking for their first deal? Cash, creative, or otherwise. See, we are doing this challenge for you guys. We are doing this challenge for you guys. Now, where are all my leaders? Where are the people in here that are that were born to lead? Type in the word leader in the side chat. Leader. Okay. So we have a great mix of people in here. We have not only brand new people that need their first deal, which we're going to help. You are the main people we're trying to help. We have leaders who have done a lot of deals, both cash, creative, wholesale, fix and flip, whatever it is. We have a lot of gators in here, people that have a lot of private capital that they can lend on your deals in the event that you get a deal. Where are my gators? Type in the word gator or throw in a gator emoji. Where are my gators? Amazing. Okay. We also have a tremendous amount of real estate agents that are going to help you guys out. Okay, where are my agents? Where are my unicorn agents? Type in agents. Okay, look at this, guys. Do you feel like we have a great mix of people that come into these things or what? Newbies, agents, gators. We've got sub 2 students. Where are my sub 2 students? Type in student. Okay. Boom. A lot of students in here. Amazing. And then we have a lot of people that are non-students that are in here from the free Facebook group. All right. So as we're warming up, this is what I want everybody to do. I want everybody to make sure you take a moment, okay? Because I'll let you guys save the side chat today, okay? You guys will be able to save the side chat today. I want you guys, everybody to type in their name. I want you to type in where you're from, and I want you guys to type in how people can get in touch with you, okay? Please put that in the side chat. Put it all together in one thing. Don't be knuckleheads and type your name and then type your how to contact you and then literally put it all together in one place and then press enter, because then people can save the side chat. They can get to know you. We can connect. We can build community, which is the most important part of all of this. If you guys are on Zoom, we have, if you guys are over on YouTube, you're missing out because on YouTube, we have, let's see, how many people do we have on YouTube? We've got 100 people on YouTube, but we've got 900 people over on Zoom. So come over and hang out with us on Zoom. We'd love to have you guys over here. Thank you so much. I'll give you guys the Zoom link. Come over, hang out with us on Zoom. It's a lot more fun on Zoom rather than on YouTube. Come hang out with us. We'd love to see you guys. All right. Now, the goal of the Elephant Challenge is for everybody in here, all of us, to grow the Elephant Challenge and try and get 20% or 30% more people next month. How many people have tuned into the Elephant Challenge and feel like the Elephant Challenge has impacted their lives, moved them closer to their goal, educated them, and got them a lot more help than they ever got on YouTube or other places? Give me a yes. Okay, amazing. Now, in the first Elephant Challenge, we had a lady that came in. It was like day 3. She says, Pace. She raises her hand. And yes, guys, you can raise your hand. You can ask questions, all of those types of things. We will get into some Q&A here a little bit later today. She goes, Pace, when are you going to sell us stuff? I feel like any second you're going to try and sell us something, and there's going to be a paywall that like you're not going to give us the information. You're not going to give us the contracts. You're not going to give us the help that we really need. And I was like, I'm not selling you anything. She truly did not believe me. So I'm going to start this out today. I'm going to give you guys the wholesale contract. I'm going to give you guys the assignment contract. And we're going to give you guys value right out of the gate. Something that cost me probably about $7,000 to put together. Let's make sure that you guys get that right out of the gate. So if you guys are in Zoom, I'm going to be putting the Dropbox link for our wholesale contract, our assignment contract, all of that in the side chat for you guys right out of the gate. So you guys know I'm here to just drop value on you, give you some love. And today, what we're going to do, and Alejandra says, what states are these contracts valid for? Guys, here's a better question. What states are they not valid for? They are valid for all states, okay? I'm going to pause the side chat for just a second. Okay, I'm going to pause the side chat because what I need to do is make sure nobody else can type while I'm typing because it gets a little chaotic. There you go. There's the Dropbox link. Okay, let's do a screen share. I'll show you guys exactly what this contract is. So if you guys click on this, I made it so I copied the link. Anyone with this link can view and download it. So you do not need to request permission to edit this. Please do not try and edit this. Just click on it and download it. Okay. This is a purchase and sale contract for wholesaling real estate. Okay, pretty amazing. We've gone through this multiple times, but we will go through this on day 2 of the Elephant Challenge, teaching you guys how to fill out a contract step by step. Okay, this contract is also great for gators. It's great for unicorn agents. It's great for, I have used this contract working with agents on market deals. We have a deal right now we use this contract for. I use this contract in every state that I do business. My real estate attorney, Sean St. Clair, wrote this contract, not me. Okay. So this is a great contract. We will be going through this on day 2. Make sure that you guys are here for day 3 or day 2. We will be going through this, the assignment contract, and also we will be going through the JV agreement. Okay. The joint venture agreement. Why? Why do we need a joint venture agreement? Is because you guys are going to joint venture with each other. Everybody in the side chat. Okay, what I'm going to do, let's open up the side chat. Who intends on JVing with each other during this challenge? Okay, so you think we're going to need a JV agreement that cost me $3,000 to put together, and you think we're going to need some training on how to actually fill it out and make sure that you guys are doing business with each other? Well, that's what we're here for, all right? Joint ventures, people doing deals with each other. The Elephant Challenge is different because so many people go out into the real estate world. They try and become successful. They join real estate meetups. They are on my YouTube, for heaven's sakes. They're on other Facebook groups. They're all over the place. And they're missing something. They're missing something important, and it's called connectivity, community. Now, with the Sub-2 community, my Sub-2 community is unmatched in terms of the value, the go-givers, all of that kind of stuff. And so what I've done is I've created a challenge where my Sub-2 students can love on you guys. So who is not a Sub-2 student? Type in the word no or not me or something along those lines. All right. So all you Sub-2 students, look in the side chat. Do you see how many hundreds of people are in here waiting for you to help them? Okay. I've got brand new students. I've got students in here that have been with me for 2 years, 3 years. We have an epic, epic leadership group. Most important person to acknowledge is Carly Grunman. Carly is our community manager. So please, everybody give her some heart emojis, give her some love in the side chat. Tell Carly how much you freaking appreciate her, because she's the person that puts this together. She's the one that sweats all month long and works with the team to try and get people to show up to this, because we want people doing deals with each other. Now, I've done this 3 times. I show you guys the wholesale contracts. I show you guys how to reach out. I show you how to get things done. And then what happens is 3 months later, have I sold you anything? Has anybody been sold anything in previous elephant challenges? Or is this literally for the last 3 months I've been doing this completely free? Now, I like this. Somebody did bring up Privy. It's the one tool that we use for this entire challenge. Literally for an entire year, we'll be doing this challenge. It's the only tool that you'll have to pay for. I will never push or sell anything else. Has anybody been loving Privy? Give me a yes in the side comments. Okay, so we've been happy. We chose the right thing. We did 4 months of research before we chose that tool. We are using it in our own business. My wife uses it to find deals for us as well. It's epic, absolutely epic. Okay. We are all learning. We are all still learning Privy. I love that you said that people are learning Privy, but here's the point of the Elephant Challenge. It's to show you guys how to get your first deal. It's to show you guys how to submit your first offer. It's to show you guys how to comp deals. And more importantly, it's to show you that with leadership inside of my community, we can help you guys get over your fears. Okay. So last person I want to acknowledge is a group of people, not a single person. It's a group of people. If you are a non-student and you've never paid me $1, you've never joined my mentorship, please give some love in the comments to my sub 2 students that show up to this to provide value to you guys. And they're standing there saying, I want to help you guys. Just give them a thank you. Tell them, thank you so much. They are here to sacrifice their time and their energy in the hopes that you guys are going to do deals with them. That is why we're here. We're here to do deals with you guys. We want to do cash deals. And if you run into a creative deal, we will have our sub 2 students walk you through the creative deals. We want to make money together. That's the point. We want to make money together. Now, for those of you that don't know, tonight, what do I have going on tonight right after the Elephant Challenge? By the way, we've got about 1,000 people in here. What do I have going on tonight that I am so freaking excited about? That's right. I've got a $100 million deal that I'm launching, and I'm giving all the small little people, the people that are disenfranchised, they've been disconnected, nobody cares about their little piddly amounts of money. I am allowing you guys from going from never doing a deal to becoming a partner with me on a $100 million deal. Okay, I had one of my students, Dennis Yasko, reach out to me today, and he said, hey, Pace, because of your credibility, I have gotten dozens of deals under contract. You guys will have the opportunity to be a partner with Pace tonight. I've been working on this for 9 months. We finally are launching it. It is happening tonight. It is a 500 unit portfolio, multifamily, valued over, our purchase price is over $100 million. And you will be able to have the ability to tell people, I am a partner on a 500 unit deal. I'm a partner on over $100 million of assets under management. Assets meaning properties, under management means as a group, we own them and we manage those properties, okay? So how do we get into this? Make sure if you guys are not on this, you are freaking on this, okay? I'm going to turn off the chat for just a second. I have been working. Molly is still working behind the scenes right now, okay? Make sure you go to investwithpace.com if you have not registered for that. We are going to be sending out the link for that shortly. Investwithpace.com. Go in there. We'll send you guys the link. Tonight at 6 p.m., we are going to be launching that fund. And I can't even imagine. And go to investwithpace.com, by the way. What do you guys think? You guys think that deal is going to be overcommitted, oversold? What do you guys think? Or do you think it's going to take more than a day to raise the capital? Like, this is a deal that will go, like so many of the other things that we work on, the second we launch it, it's sold out. And then people come to me and they're like, hey, how did I get in? I'm like, dude, you should have been in when we launched it, right? Quicker than a New York minute. 3 minutes and 13 seconds. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a big deal. Okay. We are raising, just let me be clear with you guys before we launch into this. I'm raising, it's over $100 million deal. And we are raising, pay attention to this. Okay. No, Jake, come on, bro. I've been talking about this for weeks. Okay. We are raising how much money? Pay attention, because this pertains to you non-accredited people. It's very important that you non-accredited people know. Okay. The deal is over $100 million. We are going out and getting a loan on the deal, but the way that lending is right now is you have to raise a lot more capital than you get. So Andy Lee says 35 mil. I wish that's what the lenders are giving us. We are actually raising $65 million. $65 million. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Pay attention to this. Are you accredited or not accredited? Let's figure this out, okay? If you are non-accredited, that means you don't have a net worth of $1 million. You don't make $250,000 a year, 2 years in a row. That means you're not accredited, okay? 99.9% of investors out there will never take your non-accredited income. What we have done is we have carved out $5 million out of the $65 million. And we are only raising $5 million from non-accredited investors. So how fast do you think that $5 million will go? Okay. If you are a non-accredited investor, we are allowing a minimum investment of a little teeny amount of money, $1,000 investment into our fund. Why am I doing that? Well, because I want to take my students from being students to partners, number one. Okay. I want you to be able to go around and say, Pace is my partner. Number two, you can go around to sellers and agents, and you can then say, I've done my first deal, or I'm involved in a $100 million deal, or I'm a part owner of a 500 unit of portfolio. It is massive credibility, and more important than even $1,000. Okay. So at $1,000, you're not lending me money. You're becoming a partner. You actually own a portion of all 500 units, the playground, the sidewalk, the grass, all of the things. Okay. Very cool, amazing credibility. But what I'm doing is very different than any multifamily syndicator or any multifamily fund is doing. What we're doing is we are really caring about the little guy. In fact, we named the fund the Little Guy Investment Fund. We really want to make sure that we're carving out a small portion of all of our investments for the little guy. We want to change your guys' life. We want to give you guys something way more. Okay. Now, what are the reasons I invest in real estate? Everybody should know the reasons why we invest in real estate is cash flow. Do you get cash flow if you invest in a deal with me? Yes. We invest for appreciation. Do you get appreciation if you invest in a deal with me? Yes. We also benefit with tax benefits. So even if you're a small, little accredited investor, you get tax benefits. You get to feel what that feels like. Who has never bought a piece of real estate and ever got a cash flow check? You've never seen a tax benefit come to you. Who has never seen that? Look at the side chat, guys. Literally 1,000 people are saying never, 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 never. Okay. That is what we're trying to do. I'm trying to change the game. I'm trying to make it so everybody in here says, I've got my first cash flow check. I've done my first deal. I've got my first tax benefits. Nobody wants to mess with this. Okay. Think about all these other big syndicators. And you guys know any big syndicators out there? Who are some of the big syndicators? Name some. They're not doing anything like this. Okay. You've got I don't even want to say their name. They're not allowing non-accredited investors to invest in their deals. It's all accredited investors only. My last big deal in Charlotte, do you guys know what my last big deal minimum investment was? It was $150,000 minimum investment. Okay. That's the typical investment, $150,000. Yes. Naomi says, so for $1,000, I can invest and get a little cash flow. Yeah, yes, you can. You get, what are you guys getting? If you invest with Pace, you get cash flow. You get appreciation. You get a portion of the upside of the asset. You get tax benefits, and you get to actually feel what the hell that is. Some of you guys don't even know what the hell that means. You get to be forced through that and get that. The fourth thing that you get is you get something way more valuable than any return that you'll ever get. Pay attention to this. What do you think you're going to get? You're going to get $1 million education. Okay, so what we're doing different than any other syndicator is that we're actually going to give all of our partners a quarterly Zoom and walk you through how we're finding these deals. Yes, you can use your Roth IRA. Yes, you can invest with your IRA. How do we make sure we're all on the list, by the way? We all go to investwithpace.com. This is the first piece of action you need to take today, because here's what happens. I launched something back in launched something back in April. It was an NFT that I only gave to a certain amount of people. That NFT is going live here in a couple of weeks. Took us about $250,000 of my money, not your money. I gave this NFT away for free. And people still to this day are like, Pace, how do I get in? How do I get in? I'm like, dude, I closed it out like literally 6 months ago. I'm not opening it. They're like, but what about this? And I know this person and this and that. I don't care. It's closed out. Same exact thing is going to happen here. For people that invest with pace.com, the property that we actually are buying, it's over 500 units combined between two different properties, over $100 million acquisition, and one of the properties' names is Pace's Ridge. Over 300 units in one of the properties is called Pace's Ridge on the corner of Pace Walk and Pace Drive. I'm not lying to you at all. It is like meant to be. And so what I did is I said, I'm going to elevate this to another level. I'm going to give anybody that's a partner of ours, forget about the financial return. Obviously, you'll have a financial return. You'll have social return of being able to tell agents and your and sellers and other people that you've been part of a 500 unit, $100 million deal. That's huge. But think about the quarterly or monthly Zooms that we're going to be doing. We'll be doing multiple Zooms where we'll be collectively coming together as partners, not as educator and student, as partners. And of course, I will be educating you, but not from a student standpoint, from a partnership standpoint. If you invest $150,000 in somebody else's syndication, are they ever even going to get on a Zoom with you? No. Chances are they don't even know your name. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to give everybody a multifamily education around the property that we all invest in. Okay. Carly says, if we already registered, can we change the amount after you approve? Yes, we are actually going to be giving elevated benefits to people that invest more money. Some really, really cool things. Like, for example, people that invest, again, this is not money coming to me. This is money going directly to the property, buying the property. So I'm not getting the money here. This is going to the property. You get ownership of the property. So you invest $1,000, you get $1,000 of ownership. You invest $10,000, you get $10,000 of ownership. You have to invest $100,000, you get $100,000 of ownership. Okay. And obviously the equal amount of cash flow and appreciation and depreciation, all that kind of stuff. Okay. How can we use your Roth? I will show you guys exactly how to do that. Okay. So here's what we're all also going to be doing is that as people elevate their investment levels, I'm going to be doing really cool things for them. So for example, people that invest over a certain dollar amount, I'm going to be doing an individual with your personal name in the video, me, addressing all your sellers, all your agents, anybody you're working with. And I'm going to say, hi, my name is Pace Morby and I'm partners with Tim Smith. Him and I own 500 units together, valuing over $100 million. And here's this, this, and this, and here's my credibility, and here's this, and then this. We look forward to working with you. So I will actually say your name in an individualized video that you can use 1,000 times. Okay. That these are the kind of cool elevated levels that we're going to give to our investors that come in because we want to change the game. I want to do the things that people can't do, won't do, and don't do for other people. We want to be impactful. Our community wants to leave a mark. Our community wants to be the number one community in all of real estate, and I have to lead the charge. I have to be the person that stays up really late, wakes up really early, does the things that other people are not willing to do, because I have to do that in order to change the game, in order to change your guys' lives. Okay. Even if it's forward momentum, even if it's changing the way that you and your wife communicate with each other, even if it's the way that you treat your children differently, even if it's the way that you just start treating yourself differently or taking things seriously, even if it's that you made 5 new friends in here, whatever it is, the purpose of what we are collectively doing as a sub-2 community inside the Elephant Challenge is trying to change your guys' lives. Okay. And what I'm doing in the Invest with Pace, I don't need the 5 million. Think about this. We're raising 65 million. It would be just as easy for me to raise 65 million from accredited investors only, but I carved out, and this carve out, just so you know, cost us about $250,000, 8 months of our time with legals, securities attorneys, legalities, all sorts of multiple hoops. And we spent the money to make sure that you guys had the ability to invest in a non-accredited investor portion of the $100 million deal. I don't know anybody that's ever done that. I'm not just trying to change your pocketbook. I'm trying to change the way you think so that in a year from now, you don't even recognize yourself. Has anybody been in my world and in a year or 6 months, you don't even recognize yourself? Anybody in here see that they've changed so much in their personal lives? Dawn, love that. She sent me a nice message the other day just thanking me. Phil says 4 months. Guys, we're just starting. We're absolutely just starting. So thank you so much for everybody being part of this. Make sure you are with investwithpace.com. We're going to be sending out the link to that Zoom tonight. We want to change your life. Okay, Sebastian says, or Gladys says, in 4 months, you changed my life 10 years. Freaking cool. Little bit, consistency. I don't know about you guys. Ooh, Carly, that's interesting. Carly, who works for me and with me, says, Carly, is that your husband saying that? He says, it might be Alex saying, my wife and kids have seen the difference. Amazing. Brooke Moody, good to see you in here. It's always good to see you. It is very cool. By the way, who in here have made lifelong friends by being part of this? Who has lifelong friends? Not like friends from 2 weeks ago that like you've just met and you don't even really know, like people that you feel like brothers, sisters, etc., like real true friends in here. Love that. Brianna says, I found my bestie. That's cool. All right. So what is everybody good on the Invest with Pace? Everybody signed up? Everybody registered with Invest with Pace? Who are the people that are knuckleheads and have not signed up? Let's ask that question. Who has not signed up with Invest with Pace? Okay. Cool. What's the link? It's called investwithpace.com. Literally, that's it. Investwithpace.com. If you are on that list, you will be getting an email tonight. Okay, right before we go live at 6 o'clock. In fact, Abden says, I'm broke. Yo, that sucks. I've done everything in my power to try and get you to be able to invest just $1,000 into a big multifamily deal. If you don't got it, it's our job in the Elephant Challenge to figure out how we can get it for you. All right. If you don't have $1,000, let's change that with the Elephant Challenge. All right. So investwithpace.com. I'm going to put that on the screen one more time. And we are then going to get started in the Elephant Challenge. Thank you guys for indulging me for the last 30 minutes talking about these types of things. There's the link. There you go. You got it. We're going to turn the chat back on and get back to work. All right. So here we go. Here's what I want you guys to do. Okay. Susan says, do we need to change our sign up to change how much we invest? No, when you go to invest, you'll ask that question one more time. Okay. You'll have a final decision point. Tonight we'll talk all about it. So any questions you guys have about the deal, we're launching the deal tonight. Okay. So we don't need to worry about any more questions about investwithpace.com. Just go to investwithpace.com, click 3 buttons, register, you're good to go. All right. Now, very, very cool. All right, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to bring in some amazing people. Okay, at 3 o'clock, I'm going to pull myself off a screen and I'm going to have Daniel Quijano take over for a little bit. But in the next 30 minutes, here's what I want to do. Okay, I'm going, and I'll be here all day long. Don't worry about that. I'm just going to pop out for 30 minutes so Dan Quijano can take over for a little bit. Here's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be reminding you guys what the Elephant Challenge is and what we're going to be teaching you guys. I'm going to then give you guys clarification of what we're trying to accomplish by bringing on somebody named Angie. Angie's going to come on and say hello to us, and we're going to talk to her for a couple of minutes, and then I'll peace out for a couple of minutes. Carly, are you here? Can you bring yourself up here, or do I need to get you on here? I wonder if Carly can get on here herself. All right. The goal of the Elephant Challenge, everybody, is for you to get your first deal, for you to get your second deal, for you to have an accountability group. Every single person in here needs to have an accountability group. And the more we do the Elephant Challenge over the months and months and months coming up, we will continue to give free value to the free Creative Finance with Pace Morby Facebook group. If you are a sub-2 student, it is your job to level yourself up. Every single week, we've got the daily dial. We've got the nightly dial with Quijano. You've got training with me. For the rest of your life, your job as a sub-2 student is to level yourself up and help lead the free group. Who in here feels like you need somebody to hold your hand? You're brand new, you need somebody to hold your hand, and you wish you were part of an accountability group. Okay? That is what the Elephant Challenge is for. It is for you to connect with my students to lead you from the top down. Most of the leaders that are in the Elephant Challenge, that are leading this Elephant Challenge, are with me for 6 months, 12 months, some of them for 24 months or even longer. The goal for you is to do deals with people who are actively doing deals. That's the Elephant Challenge. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be using one tool and one tool only. The tool is startwithprivy.com. Okay. Monica says, I'm new to Pace and would love to connect. Love that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys how to make sure you are on an accountability group. Okay. Rob Sema, thank you so much. You're the freaking man. All right, let's get Carly on here. I want to get Carly on here if possible. And let's see, Carly Grunman. Come on, Carly. How do I get you on here? Participants. All right, let's do it. Wow, Carly, how many freaking links do we have of you, huh? Hi, Carly. She's trying to figure out her technologies. She didn't know I was calling her on here. That's what's going on. Here she is. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Carly Grunman, guys. I can't hear you.
There we go. Technology.
There we go. Carly Grunman, she helps us run this. I've turned off the side chat for a minute, okay? What I need you to do is I need you to put in the side chat, how can people join an accountability group?
They can join if you are not in an accountability group. So
watch this. You're going to be blown away by this, Carly. How many, I turned on the chat, how many people in here are not in an accountability group?
Oh my gosh. I don't know why if you are in here as my name, log out and re-log in. There's so many Carlys. Oh my God.
Wow, you changed the way your face looks. I like it. It's good. Okay, so here's what I need. I need everybody in here to get a link to get access to an accountability group. How do we do that, Carly?
Well, you will join our Discord is what you will do. And then, so we used to have accountability groups where it was each individual city, but everybody decided to go into one place. So we have a bunch of leaders and you can go into any accountability group, whichever place you want to go. You'll go into our Discord, which let me get our link right here.
Guys, as she's pulling this up, why is it important to have an accountability group? Here's why. Okay. The reason why it's important for you to have an accountability group is so that you have people to help you on a weekly basis. You've got Rob Sema, Angie, dozens and dozens of other people that are constantly helping comp deals, look at deals, call sellers, work through paperwork, do all that kind of stuff. Even when we're not doing the challenge, okay, we do the challenge 3 days a month, every single month, and we connect with you guys. Okay. We make sure that you guys are led by people who have access to additional training. Okay. So you have sub 2 students, gators, agents, people who are Astro students, people, we have high level leaders in charge of the accountability group so that you have people that can lead you even when I'm not available. Okay. So the side chat is turned off, I believe. Okay. It is turned off. That is the Discord server. Everybody needs to log into that. Make sure that you join a group. Why should I join a group, Pace? Isn't this challenge all I need? Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why you failed that workout, you failed that diet, you failed that real estate course, you failed that whatever, is because you have a lack of connectivity and a lack of community. It's the reason why YouTube doesn't work. It's the reason why most mentorships don't work. It's the reason why most people fail at anything is they don't have somebody to hold them accountable. Okay. And that is what we're doing different. Our sub 2 community is here to help you guys stay accountable and have connectivity between when we run the challenge and until we run the next challenge, which is about 30 days. Okay. You need to join an accountability group because these are the people where you're going to find gator lenders. This is the place you're going to find agents to help you. This is the place you're going to find people that will call sellers for you. This is the place people will comp deals and fill out paperwork and go to appointments and do things with you. You will have access to connectivity. It's the number one reason why you have failed so far. I have to keep kicking out all these Grunmans. It's great. You just keep having babies. All these Grunmans just keep popping up all over the place.
I don't know. Everybody's getting in my login.
Okay. Awesome. Now, if you are an accountability group leader, you need to make sure everybody has the one tool that we need for this entire thing. Well, 2 things. What I would suggest you do, everybody in here, dude, it's so funny. Jamil had one of his students, not one of his students, but somebody reaches out to him in his DMs. He's like, Pace, I got a $40,000 deal. Or he goes, Jamil, I got a $40,000 deal from Pace's Elephant Challenge. And I don't want to ask Pace's advice because he already told me I should have had an LLC. I don't know what I should do with this money. Should I pay myself or should I go get an LLC? And he's like, why did it take you this long to go get an LLC? Why are you operating your business without an LLC? Okay. By the way, all these Carlys that keep popping up,
I think we sent out an email and
it's her bubbling personality that we just love. And it just keeps popping
I'm
up.
multiplying.
You're multiplying. You're multiplying. I love it. Carly, you're just learning all sorts of things about Zoom, aren't you?
I sure am. I think we just sent out an email and they got my Zoom link and not the regular Zoom link.
Fun. Very, very fun. Guys, we have about 1,300 people join today. We've got 1,100 on Zoom and we've got a couple hundred on YouTube. So we're going to get started. I will be popping off for about, I'd say 30 minutes or so and letting Quijano take it over. What we're going to be talking about is scripting and what we're going to be doing and the purpose of the Elephant Challenge is going out and getting deals, okay? Quijano is going to come in about, I'd say 18 minutes or so. Wow, Carly, you're going to have to be popping. You're going to have to be playing. What's that game that you play where you bop the heads?
Yeah, Pop Goes the Weasel.
No, it's not. That's not what it's called. It's called something else.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, though.
You're going to have to be doing that the whole time. Guys, give Carly some love. She's learning how to run these webinars.
I'm learning, guys. And if you're logged in as me.
Is there a way we can fix that?
Yeah, we just said it. We're working on the back end.
Okay, sounds great. Whack-a-mole. Adriana.
Whack-a-mole. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I freaking
got it.
Okay. All right, guys. So can we do real estate without any money? The answer is yes. You can do real estate without any money. We're going to show you guys how to do wholesale deals. We're going to train you guys on what a wholesale deal actually is. Okay. I wonder why that is what it is. You know what it is? It's because I gave Carly, you gave yourself permissions to come on the screen whenever you want.
Yeah, maybe you should take me off.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Let's see. How do I change panelist appearance? No.
want to bring people up, you'll go to the names, then go to the panelists and make a panelist and unmute.
Let me see if I can go to participant, you withdraw co-host permission. I love this. Every single time we do this, we always have a lot of fun. Change role to attendee. Love it. Okay, cool. All right. We are here to do deals with you guys. We want to do a lot of deals with you guys. So thank you guys for tuning into the Elephant Challenge. We do this every single month. Well, I think we failed this 100%. Change role to attendee. There you go. Bye. All right. Make sure that everybody has Privy. This is an important tool. It's the only tool that we will use this entire time. For those of you who are brand new to the Elephant Challenge, tell me you have not signed up with Privy. It's the only thing you're going to ever have to spend any money on in any of these challenge. Say no. Type in no, not yet. No, not yet. Okay, great. Guys, it's the only thing you're going to spend money on in all of the whole entire year. We're going to be doing this. Okay. We're going to be bringing in Benson, I believe tomorrow or Friday. Benson's the owner of Privy. We're going to show you guys how to use Privy. It's the only tool. Oh, Michael says, I just bought PropStream. You screwed up. Okay. I'm not going to push batch here. I'm not going to push PropStream. I'm not going to push anything here. The only thing that we're using in this challenge, it's the bare necessities. You need an LLC and you need Privy. Those are the two things you need. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the links in the side chat for both of those, and we're then going to get started. So if you guys need an LLC, make sure you guys go get one, because there's people in here that are popping deals. Like the dude that DM'd Jamil was like, Jamil, I made $40,000. I was in Pace's Elephant Challenge. I know he's going to yell at me for not going and getting an LLC. What should I do? And Jamil's like, go get an LLC. So if you don't have an LLC, open a business, believe in yourself. Startwithprime.com. Go to startwithprime.com, get an LLC. It's where you get started. If you don't have a business, you don't, or if you don't have a company, you don't have a business. It's a hobby. Okay. So go get an LLC, startwithprime.com. And the other one is startwithprivy.com. Make sure you get Start with Privy. That is the link that we are using to make sure you guys get into Privy. Those are the only things you'll have to spend any money on. In the full year that we're going to be doing the Elephant Challenge, it's the only thing. So if you're not a student of mine, you won't have to buy a mentorship. You don't have to buy a book. You don't have to buy a this or a that or a skip tracing thing or spend money on anything else. It's the only thing you'll spend money on is startwithprime.com. A couple $100 for an LLC, and then Start with Prime. I think if you do code PACE, he gives you a discount. Startwithprivy.com. gives you a discount. So those are the links. Copy them, because I'm going to bring a couple of really cool people up here, and I'm going to reopen up the chat before I take off for 20, 30 minutes. Okay. Ooh, love it. All righty. Angie Milizano. Let's pull Angie up here. She's done such a great job. We're so proud of her. I get so excited. She sends me these text messages, and they're like the coolest text messages. Hi, Andy. How you doing?
Well, hello there.
I'm having a great day. How about you? Angie. There they are. And wow, we got Dom too.
Dom's in the house.
What up, guys? How you doing?
What's up, Pace?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm really good. Hey, I was texting Carly this morning, and I said, let's get Angie and Dom on here, because they are benefiting from the Elephant Challenge and being leaders inside the Elephant Challenge. And you've been helping what you guys have called baby elephants. People are just starting the Elephant Challenge, brand new, starting from scratch. What has been like, give me maybe a story of somebody who was like failing. They needed your additional support and your guidance, and like what you guys have done for people, and what our leaders of the Elephant Challenge actually meant to do. Give me a little bit of like, if I'm brand new, I just logged into either the Zoom or YouTube. I'm one of the 1,300 people that are hanging out right now. Why do I need an Angie? Why do I need a Dom? Why do I need a leader that's going to help guide me through all this stuff? What kind of stuff have you helped people with?
So we run a Zoom every Friday, and now we've just started doing Tuesdays as well at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. On Friday, we do it at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And we go over deals, we'll underwrite, we answer questions.
Go over the state of just what's going on with real estate right now. We're there for all the paperwork, all their little simple little questions that they have, all the little details that you don't know about if you're not in this group, but we have that covered for them. The resources that we provide them. A lot of people, it's really, they don't know what a deal looks like. So we show them what a deal looks like. So that way they're not passing these deals up. You know, people go and they look at something, they're like, oh, well, that's not a deal. I can't work with it. And we show them what that deal looks like and that it is possible to get that deal.
Amazing. So I'm brand new. In order for you to lead me, if I'm brand new, I don't have to be a sub 2 student, right? You guys are helping everybody.
We help everybody. You just show up to one of our Zooms and we start helping you. We also help people individually. It's getting a little bit harder to help them individually. So that's why we're going to add a few more Zooms in there, but we're available, especially if it's an emergency type thing where, hey, this deal is hot. We'll talk to you at any time, any day, right? So we're giving them the support they need so they don't feel like they're on an island. Look, I don't know anything about real estate. I'm brand new and my gosh, I'm trying to do this and I can't get a hold of anybody. So we try to be as available as possible to them.
Love it. Okay, so let me answer a question. We got a lot of people asking the same question. Guys, Angie and Dom are one of several leaders in this elephant challenge. Okay, they're not the only leaders. They are one of several. What you need to do is you need to join a Discord for your geographical area. Okay, what Angie and Dom are doing is they are the leaders of one of the groups, and they are helping the people in that group comp deals, call sellers, etc. I wonder if this is the real Carly. It's definitely not the real Carly.
Would the real Carly stand up?
Isn't that funny? Like every time we do an elephant chat, can you guys tell we suck at webinars? Like we just flat out suck at webinars.
The content's dope, so who cares?
Yeah, that's what I think too. So Angie and Dom, where are you guys residing over a geographical area? What area are you guys in charge of?
Yeah, so we were like one specific, but we're just in a few different markets now. Colorado, the Carolinas, Texas, Arizona.
Love it. But
a few other
you're
ones.
one of several leaders. I just wanted to highlight you guys as a type of person that is here to help you. I can't pull up all the leaders, but we've got a dozen.
Everybody's great.
Right,
all
we've
the
got
leaders are
Rob
wonderful.
Sema. I mean, I could go on and on and on about amazing leaders that are in here, guys.
Yep.
Does everybody understand? I'm going to open up the chat. Give me a yes in the side comments if you understand that Angie and Dom are one of several leaders here to help you. And how do I find Angie and Dom? Because I don't want to just overwhelm Angie and Dom with text messages and messages. They have a very specific flow that they are following. There you go. What's the Discord link? Everybody put the Discord link in there. Everybody needs to get on Discord. Put the Discord link in the side chat, everybody, please. Renee, how do we get on Angie's Zoom link? Renee, I'm answering that question for you right now. Please, guys, pay attention. We're not going to do this time. Okay? There you go. There's the Discord link. Mary Jane asks a great question. Do we have anyone in Nashville? Mary Jane, we have service in all markets. You will have a leader covering every part of the country. Get into Discord, choose your market, and you will be introduced to your leader.
Even Alaska, there's people.
Even Alaska, we have leaders. Okay, I've turned the chat off. Guys, give me an emoji if you understand this. Give me an emoji in the side comments. Give me a heart, a love. Do you understand? Angie and Dom are one group that is helping run this massive challenge. They are giving help and support along the way. Now, Angie and Dom, have you guys gotten any deals for anybody that's come through the challenge?
Yes, we closed on one with Champagne, and then we have another one closing and today, and then we have 7 more that are under contract.
9 total deals.
And then we wrote 9 contracts last week, and
So you're just waiting for follow-up.
Yeah.
So like the Elephant Challenge could be literally like a full-time income just for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just
That's
helping
awesome.
people get their first deals.
Yeah, it's fun too because everybody's so thankful to just be helping each other. There's nothing like combative about it. Everybody's just, hey, let's get this deal done. Everybody wants to work together to get the deal done. So that takes a lot of pressure off of it.
Here's what I love about you guys. You guys have been sub 2 students. You guys have been mastermind students, but most importantly, you guys have been leaders for a long time. And you guys step in, you have access to a great community and you go, all right, how do we go and own this knowledge? you can't own knowledge unless you teach it to somebody else.
Correct.
And so what you guys are doing is, as leaders, you guys are going out there and implementing all these things that a lot of stuff you already knew, stuff you've learned along the way, things you're currently learning right now, but you're utilizing it and helping other people that know this much of it.
Right. Yeah.
You have anybody
the
that's like
huge
brand
piece.
new, they've never done a deal before, they've never even called a seller before, that are like coming on your Zooms?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big piece, Pace. I mean, we help them, but they're helping us just as much. Having to teach it is really making it so we really learn it on the top of our head, right? We know it, we can go reference stuff, but when you know it on the top of your head, that's when you know it. And that's what's happening right now with us teaching them. It's helping us do that.
Love it. I should point out one more time for people that are over on YouTube, guys, we've got a couple hundred people over on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, we are live. Today is November 2nd. We've got a couple hundred people over there. Come over to Zoom. It's way more cool on Zoom. I promise you that. Come over to Zoom. All right. We're all hanging out. Joyce Ellis says, what is Prime? Prime is who sets up your LLCs and your corporate structure. So if you don't have a company, make sure you go to startwithprime.com. Okay. So Angie and Dom, when are you guys doing your Zooms? What days are you doing your Zooms? Because of course the Elephant Challenge is 3 days. We're going to be here today for 4 hours, tomorrow for 4 hours, and Friday for 4 hours. And that's it. I'm going to be doing really basic elementary training this week. We're going to be doing agent outreach using Privy, showing people how to comp, but then I'm gone for 27 days. So if I'm brand new to the Elephant Challenge, how can I get connected and have consistent support if Pace is gone for the next 27 days?
So we have a Zoom actually Friday at 10 a.m. We're going to keep the Zoom since this doesn't start till later. And if you have any questions, you guys can come on that Zoom on Friday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And we go for about usually 2 hours. And then we have them on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And then from there, we put all of the information inside the side chat, our emails, our phone number, and you guys can reach out to us,
We have
anytime.
forms for them to fill out too, Pace, so they can fill out like what their deal looks like, what they're going through, so we can see that and be prepared for it. So there's a Zoho form that Angie's made out there for people to fill out what we
And then we
need to know.
just check it every day,
Yeah.
like throughout the day. And if somebody submits an offer, they submit their lead, we'll call them, and then we'll go call the seller on the phone with them and try to get the deal done.
Love it.
Yeah.
Spencer White says, I have to leave. How can we get access to the recording? Everybody that has Privy will get access to the recordings. Okay. So if you guys have Privy, you get access to the recordings for the next 3 days. Okay.
I also post all of it in Discord as well. So if you guys are in Discord, you'll see the information as well. And you can get a hold of me in there too.
Very, very cool. All right. Awesome. Here's what I think we should do. Benson, are you in here? Benson, do you have some time for a moment? I want to see if I can get Benson on here. Angie and Dom, we love you. We appreciate you guys.
Love you guys,
You're
man.
too.
Everybody.
Guys, give these guys some love. They've done they've got 2 deals that are going to be closed. They've got 7 in the pipeline, 9 offers out. Okay. Give them some love. I can't even tell you how many hundreds of hours they've probably put into pouring it. And how the hell does Angie even have the ability to do her hair so beautifully, even with all this help she's been pouring into everybody?
She's blessed with good hair. I didn't get that. Son of a.
God had to level it out, bro.
He
God
did.
had to take your beauty and give it to her.
No, he's just
Yeah,
showing
you
more
give
of
it
my
too much.
face. I'm just getting more handsome. Shows more of my face.
I love it, dude. He's like, you have such great skin. Let's show all of it.
There you go.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. You see the emojis flying. I know emotional income only goes so far. You got bills to pay. You are here to do deals with people, obviously.
Yes.
Where are my other sub 2 leaders? Type in leader in the side chat. If you guys are a leader, make sure people know you are a leader. You are here to help. Make sure you are loving on the free people in the free group. We are not here to sell mentorships. We're not here to do any of that kind of stuff. All we want to do is help the free community. Angie and Dom, do you guys feel that the economy has changed in the last 6 months?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yep. It's a different ballgame.
If
out there.
I'm broke, if maybe I'm going to lose my job in the next year or so with layoffs and all the things that are going on, is wholesaling real estate a way that I can get into the game and actually start making some money?
Absolutely.
Are all the tools people need to learn wholesaling real estate in this challenge and in the leadership discords?
100%.
Everything you need.
Everything.
You don't need any other mentors. You don't need any, I mean, everything is in here. You don't need a thing.
Guys, I want to see 1,300 thank yous in the side chat. Give us 1,300 thank yous to Angie and Dom for giving you guys love. Angie and Dom, we're going to be seeing you guys multiple times this week. I'm sure we're going to be doing calls to sellers. We're going to be doing calls to agents. We're going to be comping deals, doing all the fun things. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring on Benson and Mr. Quijano for about 30 minutes. And I got to step away for 30 minutes for a quick meeting, and I'll be right back.
Hey, so I want to say one thing before we go. We don't do it alone. We have Joey Milanoz, my son Dylan Edgars, who helps out all the time. They're in the background. But
Raj and Anna come to the office and help.
Yep. So we have lots of help. So it's not just us. And what we do is we do it like you do. We have a servant's heart and we connect at the heart. That way the deal just goes through and everybody's on the same page and it just works. So we're happy to be here doing it.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Appreciate you tremendously. We'll see you guys
Peace.
soon. All right, guys, I'm going to bring up Benson, and I have a podcast I'm supposed to be on for 30 minutes. So I'm going to have Benson and Dan Quijano take over for a little bit. And what we're going to be doing, Benson, I did not plan on having you come on here, but I'm grateful that you're here so you can back me up, my guy. Let me make you, let's see if I can make you a co-host. Ooh, I can. How you doing, Benson? I can't hear you yet, but come on board.
What's going on?
How you doing, brother? Here's what I think we should do. I got 30 minutes. I just got a text message reminding me I'm supposed to be on a podcast. I don't know who on my team committed me to a podcast during my biggest challenge of all time, but I got to go and honor a commitment that somebody on my team made. So I'm going to pull 30 minutes away. What I want you to do, if you don't mind, is go through and tell everybody what Privy is, what it does, and why we're going to use. I like how Gladys just called you a capitalist pig. Everybody knows, bro.
I know, it's in my blood. It just oozes.
They know, they remember the t-shirt, which is great. Quijano, we're going to bring you on. I'm going to have you co-host. What I'd like for you to do, Quijano, is you and Benson work back and forth on Privy. What I want to make sure we do is I'm going to give you co-host. Let's make sure everybody knows two things while I'm gone. Number one, how do I get into Discord? Let's make sure the Discord links are there. And number two, remind everybody that in order for you to be successful in this challenge, you are going to need to have Privy. All right. So Quijano, I'll let you and Benson go through and just give Privy a tour. Benson, the floor is yours, my brother.
Thank you, man. Daniel, I actually would love for you to explain your perspective on Privy, just so it's coming from somebody else besides one of the guys that owns it. And yeah, I'm biased, but I know the tool works. And a lot of people here are having tons of success with it.
100%. Well, everybody knows that you're Benson from Privy, right? Like Jake from State Farm. When I see you, I think Benson from Privy. That's what comes to my mind. No, so here's what's funny, guys. When I look at real estate software, if you guys are new to the business, you may not think about this. If you've been around the business for a while, you look at this a little bit differently, because real estate, the software that we use in real estate will make or break your business. Honest question to everybody in the chat. How many of you guys can honestly say that having good software or not having the right software has had an impact in your business? Can anybody say that? 1,000%. One of my biggest struggles when I first got into real estate, Benson, was exactly that. It was just like, what is this software? Like, I can't do X, I can't do Y. It's sloppy, it's antiquated, it's old, and it slows your business down, right? Mm-hmm. So, but having the wrong software can slow your business down. Having the right software can catapult your business to the next level. And I do not mean that as an exaggeration. I don't work for Privy, guys. This is just a third-party opinion, which is probably why Benson asked me. Guys, having the right software and the right tools will transform your business. Who wants to build a house with a screwdriver? Nobody, right? There's a reason why you have the right tools for the job. And one of the things I love when I first learned about Privy, Benson, it was like, wow, this is really well built. It's very intentional, right? It doesn't just do three things. It does pretty much anything you could want it to do, which is why the trainings you have are so helpful, because it helps people to know all of the things that it can do. And honestly, man, the amount of people I've seen start a business with $0 in lead spend because they were able to just get into this software and find deals right away, it's transformational. It's really a great runway for people who are new to the business, and a great tool for people who already know what they're doing.
100%. I agree with you wholeheartedly. We all use different softwares in all of our different businesses, and I probably made more mistakes than everybody here when it comes to getting the wrong softwares. And the cool thing about what we've done so far, and I didn't know this, but both Pace and Jamil really vetted us out. Like, they thoroughly went in, they used the tool before we even knew that they were vetting us out, and they made sure that it did what it was designed to do. And so we're constantly upgrading and adding more information. But just to give you kind of a sense of what it is that we do, first thing is, we're one of the best comping tools on the market. We're the only platform that goes direct to the MLS and negotiates data contracts. So you can get a very similar data set to what agents and appraisers look at. And it's the raw data, right? So it's not the MLS itself. The MLS is not designed for real estate investing. It's actually will hold you back. If you're an agent, you know how difficult it is to comp properties out, to track markets. It's just, they're so clunky, and it's not going to help you in your business. It's a deep, dark hole of data. But when we get the raw data, we basically can curate that information and make it useful for you. So you can comp a property out just by typing the address in, or you can learn what an actual deal looks like. The couple that was on here just a while ago, they're saying they're trying to teach people what a deal is. A deal is what your buyer in that market is willing to buy. And I guarantee you, if I brought a property here and I showed it to Daniel and Pace and all the people that were here, we'd have 150 different opinions on whether or not it was a deal at all, and then what they would do with it. But if you're wholesaling, and Privy isn't just for wholesaling, it's for lots of other things, but we're talking about getting your first deal done, right? And this is going to be the shortest path of doing that. You need to be able to identify what a deal is. And that's by looking at what successful people in your target area have done. So first thing is, we're going to give you local market education so you can see what a deal is in your target market. You're going to see if your market, where you're physically sitting right now, is a place where you should spend any time looking for deals. Because unfortunately, in a comparable driven business like fix and flip, wholesale, buy and hold, sub two, all these areas where you measure how good the deal is based off of a percentage of ARV, you literally cannot prove after repair value if you don't have renovated comps around you. So basically what we enable you to do is to reverse engineer that process. So instead of just picking areas willy-nilly, or like starting where you live because it's what's convenient or what's comfortable or familiar, you're intentional about where you are looking for deals. That way you're putting yourself in the best chance of succeeding, because you got all this data around you. You have all the elements, all of the ingredients to build a deal. You've got the comparables that were flipped. You got buyers, you got investor focused agents, you've got deals that got margins in them. With all of those things in the right place, in the right order, the deals happen. We had somebody on our training over the weekend. If anybody was on that 14-day training I did, he's closed over $600,000 in assignment fees from deals he got directly from Privy in the last year. Many of you know who he is.
Did it cost him $600,000 using Privy to do that?
It cost him for a year about $1,200.
That's
$100
how many of
a
you guys
month.
would be okay investing $1,200 and then making $600,000 in return? Anybody would be okay with that? Okay, there you go. Not bad.
Right. So it's the ROI is ridiculous. Now, here's what we don't do. Okay. So there's some great platforms out there. PropStream does some good things. Batch Leads does some good things. There's a lot of real estate investing platforms out there. What we don't do, we're not a marketing platform. So if your intention is to do ringless voicemail or SMS marketing or mailers, that's not what Privy's for. We're for the front end of finding the deals, the actual deals you can write offers on every day, analyzing those properties, knowing what a deal is in your market, finding buyers, all levels of fix and flippers to absentee owners to landlords, and then putting together the best approach for strategically targeting those and getting deals done. So PropStream, great. They're for list building and marketing. There isn't any other platform out there that has the direct to MLS data. We've currently got over 60 markets, and we're adding another 40 to 50 in the next 5 months. So you're just going to see the map change and evolve, and we'll jump more into the software down the road a bit. But I want to make sure you guys know, and there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So just get in there. Make sure you use promo code PACE, PACE. Go to startwithprivy.com, and then get signed up. And we're going to do all your trainings. We got tons of training we're going to do separate from the Elephant Challenge starting next week. All right. So we're going to be there to help you out.
Amazing. You guys, if you guys want the link, all of the links, Justin, thank you so much. I'm going to actually disable the chat for a second. How do I disable the chat? Can I do it? Hold on. Save chat. No one. Did I just disable it? Is it disabled effectively?
No, it wouldn't be. Oh, wait a second.
You're
a panelist now.
So you're good to go. Okay, I think this is good to go. So Justin just shared all of that, guys. This is some of the links for you guys to go through this. If you guys are interested in signing up for that, again, Pace has made this very clear. Pace is amazing because he does all this free stuff and he doesn't try to sell anything to anybody. But he would be doing you guys a disservice if he didn't provide you the tools necessary to succeed in what this entire challenge is about, which is the reason we're talking about Privy, right? Not because we're trying to sell you anything, but because you need the tool if you want to succeed, right? So that being said, we're going to leave this up for a minute, but I have a question for you, Benson, and I want to get your opinion on this from a perspective standpoint, because what's the importance of the Elephant Challenge as a whole, right? I think a lot of people would be raising their hand and saying the Elephant Challenge is important because I get to learn from other people. As a matter of fact, I'm going to open up the chat for a second and I'm going to ask everybody this because I really want to get everybody's opinion on this. Let's see. Host can chat with everyone. So say me in the chat, right? If the reason you're doing this is primarily to learn something new about real estate. Okay, so a lot of people are here to learn, right? The great majority are here to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to know the one thing that's actually more important than what you learn here? Anybody want to guess?
A couple people have it.
A couple people have it, right? So there's actually, you know what? That's two things that we should do. So it's two very, very important things. All right. You guys got it. You guys are on the right track here. So I'm going to pause the chat one more time. Here's what it is, guys. It's two very important things. It's one, taking action without question. It doesn't matter how much, you can be the smartest person on the planet. If you do nothing, you get nothing, period. Do not focus all your energy on learning. But so taking action is essential. It's foundational. But more important than taking action, or equally as important, is who you're taking action with, right? So the phrase that I always like to use is say, you're in business for yourself when you decide to get into real estate or investing or entrepreneurship, but you should not be in business by yourself, right? Now, that doesn't mean you have to go and find a 50-50 partner tomorrow, because the amazing thing about real estate and the communities people like Pace have created is the fact that you have an entire group and community of people who are willing to do business with you, right? To JV, my entire business is 100% joint venture. I wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for people that I'm here to try to help and to try to provide value to. So what's my point? If you're in this business, and an important thing to be successful in this business is having relationships, is having friends, then that's a clue for something. So let me ask you this, Benson. People are here in the Elephant Challenge to learn. Hopefully a bunch of them just realize that they're not just here to learn, but they're here to find friends. That's why we're joining the Discord. That's why you're joining these groups. I'll send these links out here again. That's why we're doing all of these things. So you can have your people, you can have your tribe to stay warm when it gets cold outside. Is it fair to say that Privy is kind of the same thing, right? Privy is your relationship in a market you know nothing about, because even if you don't know anything about that market, even if you don't know what kind of deals have been done out there, you can go into this software and you have this unspoken network of investors and you can see what kind of deals they've done. You can see what kind of business that they're doing. So even if you didn't, which you're fortunate to have, but even if you didn't have an amazing network with amazing leaders to help you, you have access to all of the answers that the investors who are succeeding in that market already know. They know what they need to pay for the deal. They know how much the deal can sell for afterwards, and you can see how they did that. Is that a fair way to look at that, Benson?
It's a very clever way of looking at it. I have never thought about it that way, Daniel. Like, you're just you created a whole new paradigm for me on what that really means, because it is like going in and building relationships with these people and then them sharing their secrets with you, right? Because you go to the local RIA and somebody they're going to say, oh, I did a deal. They're going to break down what they bought it for, what they sold it for, what percentage of ARV they got it at. They're going to be able to show you like the before and after pictures. No, they're going to be like, oh yeah, I closed a deal. I did great, right? And then you're like, oh, cool. And I know this guy says he did a deal, but did he really? Did he really make money? Did he lose money? You don't know that. So when you look at these local markets, you actually are getting a good sense of what's actually happening on the ground. Because a deal in Dallas is not the same thing as a deal in Denver or Phoenix or Philadelphia or Tampa. And in a shifting market, you guys, you need to have your finger on the pulse of that market. Like you need to know, like to the day, what's going on there. And there's no other way. I challenge anybody here in the world to show me a better way that you're going to be able to monitor those markets and stay one step ahead of it without looking at the data. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah, that's 1,000% correct. There's an old saying in sales that says men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie, right? And I think that's a great point. You're going to get into these situations, and most people are good people. I think most people lead with integrity. But unfortunately, you're going to walk into rooms with people who are giving you information that's just not their truth. It's something that they heard somebody else say. It's kind of like the telephone game. How do you get the real truth? Well, the data's going to give you the truth. The numbers are going to tell you the answer. And I can tell you right now, right? And Benson, I'm sure you've been seeing this because your boots on the ground when it comes to what's happening in the market. The market's changed over the last couple months. I don't know how many contracts that we've had, right? There were like just a lot of contracts, and we're like, okay, these are good. We ran the numbers, we're ready to go. Interest rate change, things start changing, and all of a sudden, all my contracts are about $10,000 off from where they need to be, right?
Yeah,
and
your
so
whole fee.
Yep, basically, it's like, okay, we can sell this if we want to make $0 or not. So now we had to go renegotiate. There's a lot of that, but that's what we learn, and that's why I think the numbers are really important, because it really does decide whether or not you're going to make $100,000 on a deal or you don't have a deal at all.
Definitely. And then when you know who the players are in that market, you got the data, you can see the deals, and you're like, oh, well, it looks like John Smith is the one that just flipped this property. Well, John Smith's now perspective of what a deal is has changed as well. So you can see the one that he just closed, you know the data about that deal. And then all you do is you look him up on True People Search, or you skip trace him, and then you talk to John and you say, hey, John, congratulations on the deal you just closed on Main Street. It looks really great. I'm just reaching out. I'm an investor in the area too. And, we come across some deals that maybe we just don't have the bandwidth for or don't fit our buy box. But, I'm just looking for some active investors that are doing deals today, and I'd love to partner with you. We got some stuff here I think would work for you, or, we will in the future. Tell me about your business. What have you done in your business that's changed what you do? Are you looking at different numbers now? Are you targeting new areas? Are you trying new strategies? And now you're having a conversation with them about what's happening in business in general. And that is, again, part of this community, right? You talk to those buyers. If you can become friends, if you can build rapport and you can build a relationship with them, they'll be the best eyes and ears and boots on the ground that you've ever had, because they will give you feedback. And that feedback comes in the way of fees, right? So if you're not getting your fee, well, then your numbers are off, or that guy doesn't view the deal the same way you do, and you have to find somebody else.
Yeah, making friends matters, right? That for those of you who are in sub 2, you already know this. One of the amazing things, I remember one time I had a deal that we closed on the nightly dial, the coaching call that we do every day inside of sub 2. We had a deal that we locked up. It was in Oklahoma. I made one post and somebody was like, yeah, I'm actually not far from there on vacation. The guy went, printed out a contract because the seller was a little bit older, didn't feel comfortable with e-signatures, took it over there, got the contract signed, did a walkthrough, took pictures of everything, sent it over. An hour later, I had everything that I needed because I had friends, right? Because I networked with people who were in the business. It's just an amazing thing. The power of knowing who to interact with and then doing the work to reach out to them makes a huge, huge difference.
And I've never seen anybody force community so much like Pace does, but in a loving way, right? It's like getting these accountability groups, like network, put your information in the chat, like really giving instructions on how to become friends with people, right? Because we don't think about it, right? And we think, oh, that person wouldn't care. This person doesn't care about me. But you got to put yourself out there a little bit. Put your contact info, what it is you do, your contact information, how you fit within the community. And that'll help people align with what you can bring value-wise to the group. Because Pace has done another good job of figuring out where you fit in the community and what value you bring, because we're not everything to everyone. Everybody here is an individual, and you all deliver unique value to the community.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's a hard thing for a lot of people to learn, right? Find your place, find what's right for you. And so hopefully in the midst of this challenge with the things that Pace is going to discuss, we're all going to learn that, there's going to be a lot of different things that you guys are going to take in over the next couple of days, whether this is your first time or you're a repeat to the Elephant Challenge. But I can guarantee you that if you guys take action and consistent action on what you learn here, it can definitely change your life. So I do have a question that was brought up here in the chat. Somebody asked, anonymous participant said, what happens if I signed up but forgot to put Pace's code?
We'll have to go back and find that for you and then do a refund of that $20. So
Okay.
We'll handle that, you guys, but please use the promo code. If we didn't, then just make sure you send an email to our team so they can handle that for you. But it's getting bucketed in the right place. Like, we know where you came from. That promo code makes sure that the discount is applied.
Okay.
And then for those of you that are really they really want to commit, we do have an annual plan subscription as well, where if you subscribe to the annual plan, we give you our coaching bundle, which includes my virtual REI course, which I charge almost $1,500 for, our weekly coaching calls, a cash buyers list with over 5,000 people on it, and a bunch of other cool tools and benefits.
So that $1,500 course, they get a discount if they pay for the year?
If they pay for the year, it's $930, and it'll be a thing there, and it'll say you're not going to see the price change right there. It'll be $930, and then it's going to be a message that says you get all of the bonuses courtesy of Pace.
So that's like basically 6 months free almost.
Yeah.
Privy. Okay. Interesting. Amazing. Well, we got some time while Pace is doing his podcast. How about we go through some of these questions that people have here about the software? What do you think?
Awesome. Or anything else, right?
Yeah. So Lily asked a question, which I think is an important question. You talked about it a little bit, but for the people who are in real estate, we know that there's some of the more well-known platforms. Lily asks, if I already know how to comp using MLS and PropStream, et cetera, do I still need Privy?
100%. So comping is just one piece of all the things you have to do to get deals done. So comping, you shouldn't be comping with PropStream, number one. PropStream does not have direct to MLS data. They have aggregated what's called third-party data, and I'm not knocking them down. That's just what they have. We've got that same level of data nationwide inside of Privy as well. But what we've done is we've gone above and beyond and gone direct to MLS. So you've got rich photos, property descriptions. If you're an agent, you can see the private remarks. You can see who the real estate agents are, MLS IDs. We get updates several times per hour. And it's the richest, most up-to-date information you can get with respect to real estate. PropStream is more of a list pulling service. So if you're into going and marketing and pulling lists, and you wanted to go do ringless voicemail, and you've got a great CRM, and you can have your phone like next to you 24/7 so you don't miss calls, then that's a good tool for you. But if you want the ability to be able to use our deal finding algorithms, and that's one thing that we didn't really jump into too much tonight yet, is that once you figure out what a deal is in a particular market, let's say you looked at homes that were in an area, say in Tampa, and they're all buying at 58% of the ARV, and then you confirm that with a couple of the buyers. Then all you got to do is go into Privy and set the filter to find deals for you at 58% of the ARV or lower, and it will send you deals every single day. Wow. That match your exact deal criteria. And then it gives you all the data that proves that those are the deals with the comps and then the other information we bring in with respect to investor activity.
Wow. I didn't even know that. That's powerful. Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, Lily, and this is just my perspective as a guy who uses Privy in his business now, I look at it as, okay, so you know how to comp, you have MLS access, do you still need Privy? That's kind of, I look at that as, I changed my oil, do I still need gas, right? Like you kind of need to do both. And I think
Right.
you need the gas because it's going to keep you going. I think some of these softwares are good at getting you started, but you still need to be able to keep going. Nothing against any of the other platforms. My personal opinion is I don't know that there's as many ongoing resources to keep your business with traction as is Privy. So that's kind of how I look at that, at least from my perspective.
Yeah, 100%. And then the other thing that we're exceptionally well at is identifying who the players are and then the properties that they're associated with. So you can see, like, to this buyer that you found, they do 3-bedroom, 2-bath houses in a certain zip code. They're willing to buy at a 58% of the ARV mark. And then you can see all that information, and then you can build basically what your buy box is for the area, and then build filters for each specific buyer that you're working with, so that you have those things coming to you. And it comes to you, it says, this is an April Smith deal. This one right here is a John Johnson deal. And you're able to basically segment those and know who that's a deal for, so that when you start to go and market that thing, those are the people you have in mind.
Wow, that's amazing. So, okay, if that you have training that people are going to be doing, right? You have the resources, people that are a part of this Elephant Challenge, they're going to have the Discord. Obviously, you're in this business, you understand the nuances. You've seen people, I'm assuming, try to use your software, maybe not do so well. You've seen people who have taken, and then within a year they've made $600,000, right? So you've seen all sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
In your opinion, from your perspective, right? Do you think that somebody who's brand new today, they didn't even know how to spell real estate before this morning? They saw this dude on Instagram and were like, okay, I like the way he looks. He's got a nice beard, so let me sign up for him. They love Pace Morby, or they watched Triple Digit Flip and they signed up. Cool, they're here.
Mm-hmm.
Does that brand new person, can they start with Privy, and with what they have in Privy and what they have in access with the accountability groups and this challenge, do you think they can genuinely see success and genuinely find good deals that they can close quickly?
Yeah, I do. I actually think it's probably one of the most simple ways for a new person to get in the business and really understand what's going on. Because if you weren't using a tool like Privy, you're going to find the education that's going to teach you, how to do a script, like a sales script, how to maybe do a mailing campaign, or, how to find buyers, and some of these different pieces that are necessary. But there isn't any other education source that teaches you real estate like we do. Like, we teach you the real estate side of the business. So if you're out there and you're doing all this marketing, and then you generate a lead and it comes in, and if you don't know what a deal looks like, or if you don't know how to comp, or you don't understand how to determine if one deal is different from another based off of local market data, then you're never going to take action. So this is why I think the majority of people burn out of the business, is they are so focused on lead generation. They don't know, they never learn the real estate side of the business. They just learn marketing and sales.
Yeah, you said a lot there with that, Benson. And if you're newer, you may not be able to appreciate this as much as somebody who's been doing this for a little while. But I can tell you guys, even when I first got into real estate, it was a couple of years ago now, right? And it was the only real resource I had was like Max Maxwell videos, which were great, but they didn't give you the A to Z on how to do this. There was no such thing that I knew of a Zoom like this, where God knows where I would be if I'd have had that back then, right? But I was duct taping my business together, just trying to learn. That's literally why I joined Sub2, because I went and it took me a long time to figure out how to pull a list, and then do the skip tracing, and then it took us a while to figure that out. And I finally get in, I go, and I have all these verbal agreements, and I'm ready to close deals, and I didn't know what to do next. Couldn't dispo the deals, right? There's a lot more to this than people realize. And I think people undervalue the importance of having a good tool that helps to speed things up, because it took months and God knows how much money just for me to have people to call, right? And that's why when we were doing the Secret Agent Challenge, the first time you and I had ever spoken, and you walked through this, I was like, wait, how do you already have a phone number, right? Like, how do you already have somebody to call? You know what I mean? It was just such a simple, kind of seamless thing. And I think people undervalue that, because you can spend a good couple $1,000s just to get a list of phone numbers to call, right? Which you don't necessarily have to do if you go the Privy direction.
Oh yeah. A lot of the stuff that people do in bulk is way overkill. Like you're pulling these huge lists, you guys, of all these people you're going to go market to. But what ends up happening is you just having huge lists of people that you don't have the ability to properly manage the lead flow. So if you pull a list of 1,000 people, 1,000 buyers, how the heck are you going to build relationships with 1,000 people, especially if you're new and you don't have any help? I mean, there are like some of the players in the space, like Michelle and Paul, like, Michelle Garbito and Paul, like they work with a handful of buyers, like just a handful, and they build really deep relationships with them. They don't have hundreds or thousands of people they're working with. And by the way, they don't do any marketing. All they do is on-market wholesale deals. So they're very specialized. But the point of that is that if you're going in, you're thinking, oh, I have to go pull a bunch of lists and blast all this stuff out, you're not maximizing what you should be spending your time on. And that is building, strong relationships with buyers, learning that local market, figuring out where the bar has been set, and then being laser focused and targeting those areas, not just massive lead generation and then not knowing what to do with it.
Yeah, that's a big part of it for sure. Somebody asked if this is live. Yes, this is 100% live. And somebody just asked to show Tom's. Have you ever heard of Tom's shoes, Benson?
Yeah.
I love Tom's, right? And there's this ongoing debate inside of the community on whether or not Tom's are the best shoe. Let's be really clear, everybody. Tom's are among the best shoes, right? Pace calls them my ninja shoes. So everybody asks for proof of concept, but there's a debate between what's better, Crocs or Tom's. I don't know how any self-respecting adult wears Crocs on purpose. But so shout out to anybody who was asking about, wow, we got some Crocs fans. Let's go. Why is there so many Crocs fans? Benson, I got to get your opinion, man. Crocs or Tom's? For anybody who's wondering, Tom's all the way. Always Tom's. You're muted, Benson.
I don't have either of those types of shoes.
You got to try it out. I'm gonna have to send you a pair for Christmas or something, just so you can experience them. That's how I
would
got
try them out for sure.
Yeah. It takes a certain level of swag to be able to rock Tom's properly, though. And I think you got the swag, Benson. I think you can pull it off.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My go-to has always been New Balance, and that's more of a sneaker. Yeah. But I love the throwback feel of the design of New Balance.
I think that's a reflection of your credit score, Benson. You got to have an 800 credit score plus if you're going to be wearing New Balances in public. I don't think you're allowed to if you don't.
That's hilarious.
Okay, I'm looking through some of these questions, guys, to make sure we get the questions answered for you guys. I'm seeing a lot of people ask questions about a couple of things, right? And I know some of these questions go a little bit farther back from earlier on. We're getting a lot of questions about LLCs. Guys, Pace is going to go through a lot of this step by step. He's going to go through the best way to take action, the order of operations here, and kind of what's going to be happening. We take a lot of time to cover this stuff at the beginning because of the fact, and you guys will hear this, if you guys have ever been in a Zoom like this before, one thing you know is the same questions are going to get asked 848 times, right? It just happens. You got people that are jumping in late. You got people who just didn't hear the whole thing. And the reason why Pace likes to be really methodical and be ordered in the way that he goes about giving the answers is because we want to spend time, as much time as possible, for people who are jumping in on each topic. So that way less time has to be spent going back and recapping for all of you guys. Obviously, the recordings are going to be available if you're a little bit later. But this is just, so those things will be addressed as far as the best way to go about them. As far as the LLC stuff, I'm not sure how Pace goes about addressing that. I know that that with the LLC stuff, we the company that he uses that helps us all out, I have my LLCs through them. They're really, really a good company. They get all of that set up. What I would suggest is, and I don't know if it's in the links here. PCS, Prime Corporate Services. I'm looking to see if we have the link here in this. They're great, right? So if for whatever reason, the questions, the LLC questions are not gone into as in-depthly as you'd like, I would highly recommend scheduling a call with CVS, or CVS, Walgreens, CVS, whichever one, with PCS, and having a conversation with them, answer your questions. They're really, really good at getting those questions answered. So I'm seeing a lot of people with those questions. I would definitely say go check that out. Let's see if there's any other questions.
I had a question for somebody who was asking about is Privy just for flipping and or wholesaling? No, it's not. Privy is I would say it's an exit strategy agnostic platform. It's a bit of a mouthful, but what it means is you can do anything with it. But we all know, and if you're newer, you will hear this more often, you make money when you buy a property, not when you sell it. And so what we do very well is we help you find discounted properties by putting you in the right areas. Because again, if you're measuring a deal on what a percentage of ARV, we need to put you smack dab in an area where there's renovated homes. And then what happens is all the unrenovated homes in that area become deals. So it's a strategy more than it is the data. So when we show you how to put yourself in those areas, margins will just appear out of nowhere. And then if you buy one of those properties and you turn it into a rental, and we've got rental data in Privy too in our direct to MLS areas, we're going to be adding more. Also, we're adding in Airbnb data. That's coming in later on this year. Daniel, your eyes just went up.
Wow. Yeah.
That's going to be really fun as well. But yes, rentals, short-term rentals, long-term rentals, subject to seller financing. There's lots of different ways to do it. And it all starts with getting a house at a good discount. And that's what we can do well for you.
So, okay, let's talk about some of the old school people, because we know we got some old school people in here who didn't grow up with computers, right? They're old fashioned. I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to call somebody. I'm going to go and I'm going to knock on the door. Can this softwares like this really make that big of a difference? Or is everybody just maybe getting a little bit cushy because it's 2022, but can you do the same thing the old fashioned way, right? Is it really that important to have a resource like this?
Listen, I'm a throwback. I feel like I was born in the wrong decade. I do a lot of old fashioned stuff too. I like getting on the phone and talking to people. That's why I really do well with buyers, is because I can build rapport over the phone and like earn their trust. And then they want to, they know, like, and trust me. That is a kind of a throwback type approach. And for the millennials forward, if you abandon that in your business, if you abandon the interconnectivity between you and another human being, and you just sit around and you text all day and you're doing email and you don't want to, sit in front of somebody because it makes you uncomfortable, it's going to hurt your business. It's going to hurt your relationships. Like, figure out how to, when we say build a community and make friends, we're not talking about just chat friends. We're talking about, if you're hanging out in an area and you know that so-and-so is next town over, meet up for dinner, like build that relationship. If you have that in you, it will go a long way. If you don't, make an effort in doing that. So to answer your question directly, Daniel, yeah, you definitely can do it the old-fashioned way, but it's going to be difficult to scale it. At some point, you're going to have a ceiling to the amount of manual work you can do, or automated work, or no, manual work, and then you're going to have to switch over to some automation at some point to really get you to the next level. So in hobby mode, yes, I think you can get away with doing things, but you're still going to need data to do your analyzation and stuff like that. But you're not going to need like, these mass dialers or like these huge CRMs and a bunch of what the technology is out there for today. But probably a good balance is to have both, right, Daniel?
Yeah, I agree. Well, here's the way I look at it, right? And this is just my personal opinion, whether it's Privy or really any tool, right? We all get 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Nobody else has more time or days than that, right? Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, none of these people have more time. We all have the same amount of time in the day. The difference usually between the success we have comes with how we spend that time. So if I know I only got 24 hours, my job is to maximize the time that I have. That's just how I look at it. So if I have X that I want to accomplish, I want to be able to accomplish as much of that X as possible. And if I can take that X and then 10X it, right? So use a Grant Cardone line, that is what my goal has to be. So then the question becomes, if my goal is to have X amount of conversations with people on any given day, right? To get access to X amount of deals, and I want to get more successful, I need to figure out how to maximize what I'm doing in that time. And that's where tools come into play, right? It's just what it comes down to.
Oh, definitely. And you could, for example, the MLS and comping, like you could definitely go into the MLS. Like I've been in the business for 20 years. I'm a licensed agent. I've got access to the MLS in my market in Denver. If I was to go in there and manually comp out a property with the MLS, it could take me an hour or more to do it properly. And that's with all my experience in the data and knowing the process of doing it. I can only imagine what it takes the average person or somebody who's just starting off to really get an accurate value as is and after repair value and understand whether or not it's a deal and what your offer should be. That's where people get stuck. They get paralyzed in the numbers and they don't take action. And so that's where the data can help out. And that's where the tools can help out too, is to remove that piece from your mind space and letting you focus on the things that you're good at. Because honestly, comping is more of an art than it is a science. And it's not everybody's good at it.
Yeah, 1,000%. So Carly made a statement about clarifying some stuff about accountability groups. I'm going to pull her up. While I do, somebody asked a question about, is Privy good for seller finance deals?
It can be. This is the way I look at it. So if you find a property in Privy and it looks like you can get it at a good discount, then you could always put an offer on the table that it has seller financing. You're not going to find as many seller financing type deals with on-market properties. You're just not, because most of them are looking to take the cash and move on to their next property. Now, we've got all the off-market leads, just like, a batch or a prop stream, and an off-market, like a foreclosure deal, maybe they can do seller financing, or maybe an absentee owner, or, someone who has a vacant house might be able to do seller financing. So you can definitely do that with Privy. Again, our system is exit strategy agnostic. We're going to help you find the deals, analyze and make sure you're targeting the best areas, build you that team around you based off of the players in that market. And yeah, do seller financing deals too.
Did you just say that it's exit strategy agnostic?
I did.
Benson's starting a cult, everybody. And this cult, everybody is exit strategy agnostic. That's a requirement, just so you know. I want to talk about creative deals here in a second from a sales perspective. But since we got the one and only Carly up here, do you want to clear up some accountability group questions?
I do. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Loud and
Okay.
clear.
So there was some information in there. A lot of people were saying to get into an accountability group, you need to join Privy. That is not the case, but you do need to join Privy. So 20% off your first month with promo code PACE, startwithprivy.com. That is important, but that is not how you get in your accountability group. I'll paste it in here. That you need to get into Discord, because we had, you don't have to no longer be assigned your groups. You can just go to the leader meetings and start working within the groups. Everything's open for everybody. I put the Discord link in here. I'll put everything in here again. And that is how you get in there. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to DM me. You just have to get into Discord. You'll see all the groups. There's going to be a little thing on the side that says training schedule. You'll see Dom and Angie's in there. You'll see Rob's. You'll see Don Walker's. That we have a lot of great leaders, and we have taken down the cages. We are no longer using assigning them, and all the leaders can help all the regions.
Wait, there was cages before?
There was. We had one leader to one state or one region.
Right.
And so now we have let all of the elephants.
One in the chat if you prefer to work in a cage, just so we're clear. We don't want to leave anybody out. Some people
Yes,
maybe.
if you like cages.
Okay, we're not getting any. Oh, James.
Eric wants to be in cages.
Got a couple cage people. They're
Eric
the first
is
ones to sign up.
North Carolina's leaders.
They're the first ones to sign up for Benson's cult, for sure. If you're into cages, you're in the cult. I love it.
So you guys all can share. Eric is another one in there. He started out as the Carolinas leaders, and that is his area of expertise, but he should be able to help. All the leaders should be able to help wherever.
Okay, perfect.
So I just wanted to clear that up.
No, I think that's important, right? Because when people there's the poor people who are doing this right now, the one thing is they're drinking from a fire hose. So there's going to be all this information. I got it with the link and then the Discord and the groups, and it's a lot, right?
There's so much information and everything is changing. It's like so fast. So make sure you get into the Discord, read the FAQ, read first. That's number one. There's like so many things that will answer all your questions, especially accountability groups. You'll see documents on the side so you can get your LOI, you can get all the things. There's also links to get Privy. You can use that. It has all the information that you will ever need is in Discord. So,
Wait, so what you're saying is all of the things that they need are in the Discord?
everything, absolutely anything you could ever need is in Discord.
Interesting. Benson, I got a question for you, man. Just a pop quiz. If you had to guess, where is all of the information they need for the elephant challenge? Just a guess, wild guess.
Discord?
Discord. Is he right, Carly? Did he get
He's
it?
right. You're the winner, Benson.
Got it.
Oh, yes.
Okay. He didn't know there's going to be a test. But
So
we like
here's the question. Some people here don't know what Discord is.
with the
What
plot
is
twist.
here? Let me put the paste in there. If you
Wait, hold on. Let me stop the chat
I
for
don't
a
know if you
second.
can.
What is
Hold on.
Discord? What is it?
What's Discord? Discord is better than that cord. That's what I did. There's a funny. Come on. There's
So
a
wait,
little-
you have a link for what, Carly? Like an explainer of what
Discord-
Discord is?
I could share my screen and show you guys. I don't know if I have a video. Am I up
Do
on
it.
the screen?
do it.
Can you guys see me? I can't see me, which is fine.
I can see you.
Okay.
But do you have the ability to share? Is it?
No, you have.
What? I put you
Well,
as
if you have the ability to share, you can click on that link that
I'm
I
not
just
doing it.
posted on the Discord
doing it.
and it'll take you there.
I don't, my foot picks tab is open. I don't want anybody to see that. So hold on. There you go, Carly. You got it.
All right. Let me get it pulled up first. Hold on. Let me get let me get prepared. I am not as fancy at Zoom as Pace is. So
Pace is a Zoom professional.
I know.
It's the amount of time
Amazing.
that you spend. There's a point where Zoom just feels like home. And Pace
And
passed that. a
Pace
couple
is
years
there. All right. Share screen. Let's take a look at Discord. I'll show you guys all of this. So you should have, for you sub 2 students, it's a different, so this right here, if you can see where the sub 2, that's where you guys get your sub 2 stuff. You guys want the Pace's face one, which will take that link in there. And right up here, we have this FAQ read first. All of the announcements, how to use Discord is right here. Last time we had a cash buyers list, there was an announcement about that. Are there replays? I'm not in an accountability group. Here's a Loom that explains how to get in the accountability group. So here's the training schedule. It will look like this. So you guys have all of the training schedules. If you are a sub 2 person wanting to be a leader, please let me know. We can talk. The Discord literally has everything you'll ever need. Announcements, training schedule, documents and resources. Here's Privy. There's just a guide on how to use Privy, purchase contract, anything that Pace has shared with you guys is in here. Letter of intent. I think I need to re-add that. Proof of funds, how to get one. Replays, links. Some people were writing notes. If you guys have notes, let me know. And we'll put them in here. And then the general chat right here, if you have questions about deal analyzing, lending, submitting offers, agent outreach, all here. And then the markets are all right here. So if you guys want to if you want to invest in Arizona, you are going to talk to this group. If you want to talk in the Carolinas, you're right here. So you can come in and out of your groups.
Boom. I love that New Mexico's on the top. I'm in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And it's good to see. We don't get a lot of representation because we're in the middle of nowhere.
I did that
But
for you.
Thank you. Heart emoji. Okay. So
Discord is like Facebook meets Slack, meets
Yes.
Bigger Pockets, meets something else. Like, it is just a great way, you guys, to interact with the group, get access to resources. It's a community that's online, but it's like the newest community. Like, there isn't anything more advanced out there than this. And advanced not meaning difficult, but like just with all the bells and whistles, you got to get in there.
So there's a lot of information in here, Carly. How much does it cost to get access to this Discord? Because this is a lot of resources.
This is a lot of resources. There's scripts. I think there's scripts, there's buyers list, there's contracts, and this is free. Pace is giving this to all of you guys for free. He's not going to upsell you on anything. The only thing they ask you to get is Privy. So this is amazing. And you can also dispo your deals right here. If you want to look for deals, Arizona, off-market deal, Alex William has, Alaska. This is where you guys can dispo the deals that you guys get. So
Nice.
it literally has everything.
That's crazy to me. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If you guys, yeah, my middle initial is J, so it's DJQ from the ABQ. Rob, that's how it goes, bro. So yeah, what's funny about this? Here's what's crazy, guys. And if you're in real estate, okay, honest opinion, no BS, no smoke blowing. Tell the truth. For people who have been doing real estate for longer than 6 months or so, right? And you've been out here, you've been in the streets, grinding and hustling and bumping your head and doing all the stuff. How many of you guys wish you had access to this big of a resource for free earlier in your business? Right? Just so you guys know. So for all of the new people who have no context to this, and, you know, because sometimes when you get something handed to you, you take it for granted, right? It's the teenager that gets a free car, didn't have to work for it, versus the one that works really hard for it. That's not true for everybody, but it's true for most people, right? A lot of you guys, when you look at this circumstance, you're looking at this thing and you're like, wait, hold on, right? Like, this is all here. Okay, cool. This must be free, right? This is fine. It's not that important. Look at all the people who just said, I wish I had this. Guys, you are literally I'm looking at this. This is the first time I've seen inside of this Discord. This is a gold mine. This is a literal gold mine. I know people who have paid money for a course just to learn what's in Laura's comping rules. They've paid money to go to a weekend-long seminar to learn what's in that sheet for free. Emmanuel said he paid $17,000. That's insane. Wait, hold on. I'm going to disable the chat for a second. Guys, look up. Emmanuel just said he paid $17,000. And you're getting this stuff for free. Guys, please do not sleep on what you have here, right? Now, here's the reality. You know what I mean? During the gold rush, the person with a shovel had the potential to be a millionaire. Or they could have just been a person with a shovel, right? Don't just be a dude with a shovel. Go dig up the gold, right? Here's your shovel. Please go find some gold with this thing. Because other people have spent a lot of, Kelly said she spent $20,000. I'm not laughing at you, Kelly. It's just sad. It's just 40,000. It's insane. Guys, just
a lot.
Just do not sleep on the value of this, right? Look at all these people. Look, $13,000. We're almost at $100,000.
This buyer's list was like completely off the cuff on the last one, and Pace is like, go buy this list. And I just spent like $3,000 on Pace's credit card to get this right here, this buyer's list for you guys for last time.
That's insane. So
out
you
of his own pocket. This is just $3,000 right here.
That's insane. That's insane. Guys, all I'm saying is, right, like, Pace isn't here. Nobody has to say this. I'm just telling you guys, like, really, really, please do not underestimate what you guys have here, right? But here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen, right? And this is leading more into what this challenge is all about. But here's what's going to happen. You're going to have, out of the 1,400 people that are here right now, you're going to have some people, right? And unfortunately, it's the 80-20 rule, the 90-10 rule, the 1% rule. Pick whatever rule you want. You're going to have a lot of people who hear this, and then life happens. They get busy. Kids stuff, school and all of these different things happen. And this idea that you wish you could have done ends up just becoming this idea that's a memory, and you'll get back to it. And then maybe the next challenge or a couple challenges from now, you're going to have some people who listen to all this and like, they're the skeptics. There's always got to be a skeptics, and skeptics are always right? Just ask them. Right? No, that can't be true. Nobody spent $20,000. Like, they probably think we have a bunch of plants in the chat to say things like, I spent $20,000 on the information for free. They're just naturally skeptical, and that's fine. Unfortunately, that skepticism usually keeps them away from opportunities that could change their lives. And it's sad, but it's the reality. And so you're going to have the people who do that. You're going to have people who start and actually are really, really excited for the next 3 days. Mm-hmm. And the weekend comes, and then you get distracted again. And the only time that you guys end up actually doing something with real estate is in the next challenge. And the only time you're really taking this business seriously is when there's a group of 1,400 people encouraging you to do so. Then there's going to be the people who look at this and they're like, what am I doing? Right? I can either continue to live the life that I want, that I say I don't like, and wish and hope and pray for something that can change it, or I can realize that I'm the change. I just got to be willing to take action. And what I just learned is that there's people who have been out here who have spent tens and 20s and just tens of thousands of dollars on this information that I have for free. What am I going to do with it? Right. And I say this because I know this to be true. Inside of right there, I'm on Instagram, Rob, shoot me on Instagram, Daniel.theq, shoot me a message. So inside of the Sub 2 community, we have calls every single day. We do 5 days a week, 4 hours a day. We do 100% sales training calls. My first sales job was in the 90s, right? My first time training it was in the early 2000s. I'm still a spring chicken. Leave me alone. But I've been doing this for a little while. So one thing I've noticed is with these training calls, you have a bunch of people in there. You have a couple hundred people sitting in there listening and learning how to do this. Inevitably, you have the people that show up and day one, first day, they're up there, they're raising their hand, they're taking action, they're getting uncomfortable, but they're putting themselves outside of their comfort zone to do the thing. And then you have people that are going to sit there and they learn from the background for 6 months and never take action, right? Learning is good, but it's like we said at the beginning, learning only benefits you if you do something with what you learn. So I really, really hope that you guys, with what you guys are seeing here, with what she just showed you in the Discord, don't sleep on that, because you guys are going to really, you have the potential to transform your lives in that regard. Jim, we're getting there, brother. We're giving Pace a chance to get back, and we're making sure that all of this stuff is covered. For those of you guys, just a quick disclaimer, for a lot of you guys who are like, all right, let's get to it. We're talking too much. We will get there. But unfortunately, you're in a room with another 1,400 people who may not go as fast as you. So the one request we have here is just be a little bit patient, because some people will need to get here a couple times. But we'll get there. We'll get to you guys. We'll get to the action and the meat and potatoes of all of this stuff for sure. That being said, Carly, what we got you up here, right? With people that are in the Discord, what in your experience, we've talked about this, we've talked about the groups. For somebody who's going to be in the Discord looking at stuff and then watching the chat, what's the best way to not just be a chat watcher, but to be a person who actually gets deals? In your experience, working with all of these baby elephants who are brand new to the thing, what's the best way to win at scale?
Let me show you. So you up here, I saw questions on this. Under elephant announcements, this is the training schedule right here. Get involved in the training schedule. So this is where you're going to see, this is where you get the accountability group. We have one at least every day. So right here, like here's Angie's. We saw Angie come up earlier. The link for hers is right here. Her contact information is right here. So this is how you get involved. And if you have questions, they will help you underwrite your deals. They'll help you with anything that you have questions for. Just go to the Zooms, all of the people. You can go to any of the Zooms, and then come in here and just get to know people, network. I had one person say, I'm a unicorn agent. How do I get involved? Can I get on a list? There's no list. You get to network. Come in here and say, maybe with agent outreach or general chat, come in here and say, hey, my name's Carly. I'm a unicorn agent. This is what I can do. Or gators. We have a bunch of gators in here. If you need gator lending, maybe you can come over here to the lending for the elephant challenge, and say, hey, I'm Carly. I'm a gator. I can loan up to this amount. I can help you. Submitting offers. You need help. Our leaders should all be in here. FAQ, ask leaders. Leaders should be all in here. Mike Key is in here answering some things. So, whatever you need, it's all in here. The replays right here, the links to the Facebook group. We have our leader, some of our leaders, Angie, Eric, Rob, Seema, Ralph, all of them live stream into the creative group, the creative finance with Pace Morby Facebook group. So they're there. If it's everywhere you can get it, get into the leader groups, talk to people, network. Don't wait for anybody to come to you. Take some action. Use that shovel.
Okay, so let's try to get through these as much as possible while we're finishing up the housekeeping stuff. Who is wanting to get into the Discord but is having a hard time? Is there anybody saying, I'm not in the Discord yet, can't figure it out? So we got a couple people that are dealing with it. Okay. So one person mentioned that they're in there, but they are not seeing anything. Anything off the top of your head that can be a reason why they're not seeing it?
Felix says he can't go in there because verifying my number since it's associated with another Discord account. That's a thing. I don't know. That's a Discord thing. I would try to get just sign up with a different email address or phone number or something. I don't know how to help that. That would be a good question for Discord. So that happens a lot and I don't know around there. I'm in Discord, but I need a tutorial. Keith, it's in there. In the tutorial, go to the FAQ and there's a loom of me explaining how to use Discord. I'm in there. I can't just find friends, start talking to people. Some people say the training link brings up my own calendar. It's a Google Calendar, so you're going to want to check on the left. It'll say Elephant Challenge, and it'll probably work better on a desktop.
Okay. So couple of things. Let's go through these, guys. And I pause the chat for a minute because we're getting a lot of questions. I want to get through this best we can. It's not a tech support Zoom, right? So we don't want to spend too much time on it.
Right.
But to the point that we can answer a couple of quick questions, couple of things that I want to make clear. One, if you're having trouble logging in, it may be a user error. We got to be honest and factor that, right? So that we got to take that into consideration. Rob Seema made a really good point. Guys, again, we got to be problem solvers. So if you're having a hard time figuring this out, hop into YouTube real quick. Say, I'm trying to log into Discord. There's a million YouTube videos out there that'll walk you through how to do that. And it'll be a much better use of your time. It'll take you 15 minutes versus us trying to guess what your issue may be. Think about that if that's the issue. Another thing, if you already have an issue or if you already have an account and the account's having a hard time logging into it, maybe temporarily create a new account. Just take a different email address, go to Gmail, create an email address, and use that to be a new way to get into the account. That could be an option as well. I think between those two things, trying a different device, trying a different email address and creating a new account, and then going to YouTube, my guess is that's going to be the best way to overcome this. And then if none of those things work, you can go, Benson just shared a link that this helps how to use Discord, Benson, this loom here.
Yeah, it does. I pulled it from the Discord. It's the one that Carly made.
Perfect.
So now I don't know if that handles the mistakes like the login stuff, but I think it's probably once you're in there, right, Carly?
Yeah, it's how to use it. Like it's how to find everything. Look on the left, you're going to find anything. It'll say Elephant FAQ, start here. If you're new, start there. That's a hot tip. There's stuff like this, what Benson just shared. It's how to use Discord. Any questions? I get a lot of questions and they're all the same question in my DMs and I have like overflowing with DMs. So if you have any questions and I don't get back to you because a lot of them go hidden, I guarantee you they're going to be in the FAQ, start here. You also, when you sign up and you go to www.pacejmoruby.com/invite, I think it's also in the Discord. There's the FAQ document I made that should get everything, but we can't help with tech support on the Discord, the username and the phone number. I'm sorry.
Perfect. So I got one last question for you. And then Benson, maybe if you want to, we've gotten a couple questions about rural markets. I don't know if you maybe want to jump into the software and show people how to navigate situations like that. Carly, one last question before we jump over to that. People are asking about saving the chat. I know you're the Zoom wizard behind this. It's not letting people do it. Do you know if that's something that can be saved afterwards and maybe we can forward, or if there's a way to turn on saving the chat for the participants?
We can turn that up. So at the end of the day, I'm going to send you guys an email of everything we covered, links, all the stuff, and it will be a recording with the chat from the rest of the day. I'll go in and see if I can get that fixed in the meantime.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to get the chat worked out. Worst case scenario, we'll email you a copy afterwards. But thank you for that, guys. Saving the chat's always super helpful. Carly, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
100%. All right, Benson, let's show some of these people how, let's give them a chance to get behind the steering wheel on.
Cool. Let's see here. I'm not sure that if tonight is the best night to do a full-on demo, Daniel.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have time set up for that, a different evening.
Okay. So then we can with, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Hold on, Carly. I'm trying to figure out how to let you not have everybody looking at you. Does this work? Hold on. Let's give it a shot.
Unpin me. Unmake
Oh,
me
it
a
says
host.
remove. I'm removing. Boom. There we go. We got it. Okay. So then if you don't want to share the screen today, what are your thoughts? So we've got a couple of people asking about rural markets. I saw somebody mention that their market with every software, they struggle being able to get data in their market. Separately, somebody asked about Jefferson City, Missouri, Montana. What's MO? Should I know the answer to that?
Missouri.
It's Missouri, right? I should have just went with what I thought and not look silly. Huh? Okay.
You got it.
So we got,
Yeah.
so yeah, what are your answers to those people? Because I know a lot of times people think, well, I need it to be perfect because if it's not perfect, I'm going to fail, right? What are your responses to people who are in a market that's maybe imperfect?
Well, there might be a reason why. So the first thing I would encourage people to do once you get in the software and you go through the tutorials is we're going to show you the hot areas where you should be focusing your effort. So if you happen to be in one of these rural areas, I guarantee you it's not the best place for you to be spending your effort. 100% guarantee you. It's opportunity cost. And if you don't understand that economic term, it means every piece of value, a dollar, every minute that you spend on one thing is a minute or an hour you're not spending on another thing. And so if you are going and you're targeting a rural area because it's where you live, you're not going to get the full benefit of you spending time doing this business. You're creating problems for yourself. Because again, in this comparable driven business, if you're looking at an area where no one's flipping, and it doesn't mean you have to flip, but that's what drives after repair value. Everyone talks about ARV, and if you're newer and you don't understand that, it's what a house is worth after it's been fixed and flipped. And so when we're looking for deals, we're looking at a house that you can get at a percentage discount from the after repair value. So if a house that's fixed and flipped in an area is worth 200,000, and we say, okay, a deal in that area is something that's 60% of the ARV, then that means you have to be able to buy that house for $120,000 or lower. That's what it means, 60%. So you can't get those margins. That renovated home that created that $200,000 value, if that house doesn't exist, boom, now this house that had a margin no longer does have a margin. So this is why you need to target those high investor activity areas. Now, you don't have to be in the highest. It doesn't mean you have to go and target South Chicago, which is probably one of the hottest in the whole country. But it may mean not looking in Podunk, Nebraska, compared to, I don't know, like Kansas City, right? They're close together, right? So it's basically like spending your time where you're going to get the best return. That's what I would do. Now, inside of Privy, we have the whole US, just like a prop stream would. We've got that third-party MLS data nationwide. We've got owner information, mortgage information, deed data, off-market leads, foreclosures, absentee owners, vacancies, tired landlords. All that's there for you. But if you want that direct to MLS data, it's in 60 markets. And that's 60 more markets than anybody else has. There's no other competitor out there that has it. So it's not like you're going to be able to go someplace and find it elsewhere. This is where it's at. We're going to keep adding more and more and more, but we may never be in rural area number one because it's not worth our investment to buy the data there because it's not worth your investment. So we're saving you time by not going to some of those areas.
Yeah, I mean, here's the reality, guys. Let's not get too cushy, right? If you're a hunter and you're hungry and you're responsible for feeding your tribe, it's amazing if you have the fully equipped, bells and whistles bear trap. So you don't have to do anything but put the trap up and it catches all your dinner for you, right? But if you don't, you still got to eat, right? And so you got to figure out how to overcome those things. Benson, when we talk about things like Privy, you have all of the bells and whistles that do a lot for you, but you can still find something to eat without all of that stuff, right? And so that means that, like, when you have, and you're in these rural markets and you're figuring it out, well, there's no food here. Let me go where there's food. Privy has all of these markets with all of this stuff set up and ready to go for you. Make sure you leverage the tools that you have, and don't say, well, it's not perfect in my market yet, I guess I need to quit. Because that's just not the right way to look at it. You're going to leave opportunity on the table if you do.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Hey,
There's
everybody in the side
1,000
chat,
ways.
tell me one thing you guys have learned since I've been gone. Type in the side chat. Let me get caught up. You guys catch me up to speed. Don't let Benson and Quijano catch me up to speed. You guys tell me what it is. Toms are better than Crocs. I would agree with that. Discord usage. Okay. Love it. Discord is amazing. Privy, Discord. Got it. How to use Discord and Privy. Privy is priceless. How not to use Discord. Value of Discord and what being part of this community really is. Love that. I've been gone an hour and I sincerely apologize. When you get these people get me committed to stuff, they then don't want me to leave. So I got caught in a whirlwind. I really apologize. I was told it was a 30-minute thing, turned into an hour. Very sorry. Did Quijano and Benson do a great job while I was gone, guys?
Tell the truth.
All right, cool. For those knuckleheads that are over there on YouTube, you guys know it is like sincerely live right now. We are over here November 2nd, 4:00 p.m. Get your butt over to Zoom and let's hang out. Let's get started on this bad boy. I just abruptly, cut you guys off. What were you guys working on? Or can I jump in and take the helm?
Go for it, man. We've been just holding down the fort for you while you've been gone, and Daniel was just steering the ship.
Okay, amazing. Here we go, guys. I just was on this podcast. It was really interesting. I forget how many people really don't understand wholesale. Okay. So we're going to talk about wholesale. Can I wholesale a creative finance deal? Yes. Can I wholesale a cash deal? Yes. Can I wholesale a piece of dirt? Yes. Can I wholesale multifamily? Yes. Okay. Jeff Smalley says, I am struggling with wholesale. Who needs me to go through and educate you on what wholesaling actually is and walk you through the process of wholesaling? Give me a yes in the comments. Ariana? A lot of yeses. Okay. Now, this is something I got to teach you guys. It's something about the elephant challenge that's different. Okay. This is for beginners. So if you are somebody who already understands wholesale at a very high level, see, Biggie Ching says, go look on YouTube. Not going to happen. I'm going to tell you guys something about human beings. We crave connectivity. We crave direct information. If you guys are a leader, you look at people saying, please teach me what wholesaling is as an opportunity to connect with that person and help them out. Do we agree with that? Okay. For my leaders in here, if you know what wholesale is, then you shouldn't worry about having to be redundant. Okay. There we go. Melody says, I understand wholesale, but specifically what makes a great deal. We're going to talk about that today, and we're going to jump into it. Guys, the purpose of the Elephant Challenge is on day number 2 and day number 3. We are calling people. We are submitting offers. We are showing you guys how to comp. But today, for the next hour and 45 minutes, I'm going to show you guys a couple of things, and I'm going to show my leaders how to make sure you educate people in the side chat. Give me a yes if you are excited about me teaching you what wholesale is. See, there you go. So those of you guys that are impatient, this is probably not a good spot for you to hang out. Okay. This is how I practice my patience, is doing the same things over and over until people completely get it. If you don't get it,
Pace?
Yeah, go ahead, Benson.
For even people who know how to wholesale, you don't know how Pace wholesales. It's different. All wholesale strategies aren't created equal. And the way that he breaks it down so simply in just bite-sized chunks, it's different, you guys. It is different. You have to watch this. I guarantee you will learn something from him. So even if you think you know, you don't.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Now, I've got Quijano. Why do I have Quijano on the screen? Quijano is a master sales trainer, closer, and major leader inside of our community. And because he's pretty, Samir, he says that you are very pretty. Hey guys, do me a favor. All of you guys that are in the side chat saying, here's my contact information. I'm a mastermind student. I'm an EXP. Let's slow down on that. I think we've done that enough. Okay. Let's keep the side chat away from introducing ourselves. Your name and your information in your handle, like Eric Howell, your phone number, North Carolina, Tennessee, buyer. Amazing. I love that. Let's keep it to that. Okay, let's not fill the chat up with all of everybody's information. I want to keep the chat very pertinent to what's going on. Okay. Jessica Capistron says, I can't change my handle without leaving. Okay, no problem. Just make sure you change it for tomorrow. Okay. By the way, we've had about 700 people join since we talked about investwithpace.com. Who is coming to investwithpace.com live tonight at 6:00? You're going to get, Benson's there too. All right. Hey, Quijano, how many dogs do you have? That only sounded like one dog.
That was 3 of the 7. 2 of them are upstairs because of the immense amount of noise that they're making.
Oh, I love it. It's so good. It's so good. All right. So guys, any of you guys that don't know, Invest with Pace, we are launching a massive $100 million deal. It's actually over $100 million. The problem is I can't tell you the purchase price until we launch the fund, which is tonight. Reason I can't talk about it is because of securities violations. I can't tell you what the purchase price until we launch the fund. That's tonight. It's over $100 million, which is exciting. 500 units, also exciting. But again, last time I will say this. You register at investwithpace.com. This is for accredited and non-accredited investors. You can invest in a 500 unit deal at $100+ million purchase price with as little as $1,000. You can be a partner of mine. You can get the cash flow check, the appreciation, the growth of that property, and the tax benefits of owning a property with me. Those are cool. That's a partnership. The other thing that's very cool is that we will be giving multifamily education to our partners in this fund. It is called the investwithpace.com fund. So go to investwithpace.com and register. And we'll see you guys tonight at 6:00. Now, here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that people understand what wholesale is because we're going to go into wholesale. We did the elephant challenge the first time for 2 weeks. And what ended up happening is we went very, very, very slowly. We changed a lot of people's lives. It was amazing. And what happens is you find out on day 4, day 5, that there's a lot of people that don't understand the basics of wholesale. Okay. So what are the basics of wholesale? Okay. We're going to talk about that today. Jackson Debenhaum says, I want to invest. Great. Go to investwithpace.com, register, and we'll see you guys there tonight. Okay. Thank you, Justin. Always providing the links, which is amazing. So I created this mind map. All right. And I did this a while ago. So what I want to do is I want to create a mind map and work with you guys on recreating it so you guys can truly all understand what the wholesale process looks like. Okay. Let me pull up this mind map. And I'll walk you through a step-by-step of how do we find deals and what tools do we need, Let's see here. Ooh, it's been a couple of days. Oh, there it is. Acquisition infographic. I would normally share this with everybody, like give everybody the link, but you know what ends up happening with people is they just jump in here and they start editing stuff. You've seen it 1,000 times. All right, so here is a mind map that kind of just goes through everything, right? So actions to take and tools that you need. All right, so we're going to go through all of this stuff, and I'm going to edit this and update this with you guys side by side today. And then I'm going to give it away at the end of the live so you guys understand exactly what the process is of finding a deal. Huey Win says, Pace, where's the link for the 6:00 tonight? Guys, how do I get the link? Julio Colan, investwithpace.com is not available for people in the Puerto Rico. Okay, let me pull this up. Let me see if I can give you guys the link. Hold on. I will give you the link if we can stop talking about Invest with Pace. Can we give me a yes if this is the last time I can talk about investwithpace.com and I can move on? Okay. I'm going to give you the link in just a second. Okay. I'm going to give you the link in just a second, but I need to turn off the side chat and I need to get you guys to all understand what I'm about to do. Okay. Here you go. I turned off the chat. Here is the link to the live tonight. Investwithpace.com live, 6 p.m. Arizona time. There's the Zoom link. There's the Zoom link. Copy and paste it. Take a screenshot. Do whatever you got to do because I'm going to turn the side chat back on in a couple of minutes. Everybody right there, that is the link to get on the live tonight. If you are in Puerto Rico and you're blocked out, There's a reason why we block people out, because other countries, a lot of times we get scammers and spammers and blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. So here we go. Here's what you have to understand. Okay. I'm going to change this infographic today, and we're going to change this infographic specifically to Privy. And the reason for this is because you start realizing, okay, you start realizing that there are people out there that are spending money on like Start Virtual, which is virtual assistants, which is fine, but that costs a lot of money. I'm going to change this process, the tools you need, the actions to take, all of that kind of stuff. And we're going to customize it to the Elephant Challenge. So you guys will have this. So we're going to walk all the way through and show you guys, congratulations, you got a contract. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create another mind map of how to disposition and sell a contract. And I'm going to give away that mind map so that you guys have access to that. I'm fearful of unlocking the Zoom chat. I love the Zoom chat. I'm fearful of unlocking it because I want to make sure give me an emoji. Did everybody get the Zoom link for tonight's 6 o'clock launch? Emoji the piss out of this thing so I know that everybody got it. We can move on. And if you see somebody ask the question of where's the Zoom for tonight's Invest with Pace launch, you guys can copy and paste that Zoom link in there and I can move on and teach some real estate. Okay. Is that cool with you guys? Give me emojis like crazy. Like you've never done emojis before, so I know, and I can unlock the chat. Have you ever seen more emojis in your life, by the way, Quijano?
No, this isn't. It's all of the emojis.
I feel like you have all 7 of your Yorkies pushing the emoji button right now.
That's exactly with all 4 of their paws each.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to unlock the side chat, and we are going to no longer talk about investwithpace.com launch. There's the Zoom link. It is done. You have it. I don't care if you're in Puerto Rico. I don't care if you're in Canada. I don't care if you're in India. There's the Zoom link. We will see you guys on that tonight. Thank you so much. Boom. Moving on. So the point of this mind map, this was really helpful for me when I created this. I would show people the process, right? Like here's the steps. Opening escrow is once you get the contract, right? So here's get the contract. Here's where we talk about cash or terms. Here's where we talk about negotiations. This is why I have Quijano on here. Okay. Find the pain and find an opportunity. So you need to know, like, here I am. I need to go find an opportunity. Then need to go find the pain. We're going to be, guys, please stop asking me questions about the investwithpace.com. Okay. If you have a question with investwithpace.com, we will be asking it or answering it tonight on the 6 o'clock. Okay.
That's got to be a record pace of how quickly someone forgot what it was.
It is crazy. Okay. Done. Do not ask another question. Done. Okay. So here we go. We're going to give you guys the actions to take, and then we're going to give you guys the tools that you need, scripts, those types of things that you guys can go and actually do the homework, right? Then we're going to give you guys negotiations script, everything that I have on here, right? Finding an opportunity, you're going to have an action to take. You're also going to have an opportunity, or I'm sorry, you're going to have tools that you need to find an opportunity. Okay. Then when you go to find the pain, you're going to have tools that you need and actions that you take. Does everybody understand this mind map? Actions you take and tools that you need. Alexandro, yes, it will be shared. Unfortunately, when I share these things, we end up, no, you cannot save this mind map from somewhere else. I created this. This is mine. I will give it to you. However, I'm not going to give it to you until the end. Because what ends up happening is you knuckleheads come in here while I'm teaching and you start messing with my shit. Okay? Do not mess with my, by the way, who in here hates it when I cuss? Give me a yes in the side comment. Okay, there's always some people that really bother. So I will not cuss tonight, okay? I will respect the non-cussers. All right? All right, here we go. Let's rebuild this together. So first thing we need to do is find an opportunity. All right, that is the first thing that we need to do is find an opportunity. So where do we find opportunities? We find opportunities typically from distressed homeowners. Okay, we find opportunities from distressed homeowners. Let me tell you guys my first deal very quickly. The first deal I ever did, I didn't know that you could fix and flip deals without any money out of your pocket. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could assign a creative finance deal. I didn't know what sub 2 was. I didn't know what creative finance was. I didn't know what a lease option was. I didn't know what comping was. Privy was not around. A lot of the software that you guys have today was not around. Okay? Was not around. So here's what I did. I struggled. Okay? For a long, long time, I struggled. I wonder how I'm going to take you guys off the screen for a minute because I need the full screen. I'm very sorry. I can spotlight, I think. Boom. Okay, Ben, can I still hear you, Keanu? Can you say something?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Amazing. I got you. Thank you. This is great. You guys are still with me. It's not as good as AirMeet, but AirMeet would have cost us about $3,000 or $4,000. Okay. Would have cost a lot of money to do this. We're trying to do these free challenges for you guys for free and not spend any money on our side, or at least as little as possible, because we have a team and people need to get paid and there's payrolls and all sorts of things. Okay. Here we go. So I didn't know. Here's what I really, really struggled with. I struggled with not knowing a couple of things. Okay. I didn't know where, like, if somebody's going to buy a house and you hear these infomercials like no money out of pocket, I was like, huh? How is that possible? Because everything I was trained on taught me that you had to. And so what I did is I learned what my parents taught me. I learned how to go work as a contractor and put my hands physically on something in order to exchange my time for money. Anybody in here learn how to exchange your time for money? I sure did. I freaking learned how to exchange my time for money. Painting, right? The retrace is real. Love that. Waiting tables, 33 years of doing it. JOB, most of my life so far. So that's what I learned, right? My dad's a contractor and I loved it. Gregory says, I don't mind it either. I didn't mind it either. But here's something you got to really think about. You can't change people's lives, right? You want to change people's lives, you have to have life-changing money. Think about that. Do you want to change people's lives? You have to make life-changing money. People that have all these aspirations to change the world, guys, you're not solving homelessness. You're not solving hunger. You're not solving political issues in your world unless you make money. Nobody's going to respect you. Nobody's going to listen to you. You've done nothing. You have made no money. You have contributed no value. And so for me, I look at it and go, if I want to make real change, I got to have real life-changing money. And being a contractor, great. I had great vacations, drove nice trucks, had a nice car, but who was I really helping besides just creating employees? Right? Mike Jagger says, Grant Cardone says poor people are selfish. I think poor people that choose to be poor are selfish. But I think people that have had a lack of opportunity, a lack of connectivity, and a lack of people that are changing, like have life-changing people around them, are definitely selfish. Okay. So here's what happened to me. I learned how to be a contractor. I go and I start working for people like Open Door, OfferPad, right? Some of my biggest clients were OfferPad, Open Door. You guys saw what's going on with Open Door right now, by the way. Open Door lost like, what was it, $400 million in the last month or something like that.
It's crazy.
It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I was working for these companies, flipping their houses. And I get this amazing person. This is probably about the 7,000th house that I had flipped for other people. And I get a lady named Bethany Willis. I've told this story multiple times, but you guys need to understand this. So you understand that I too, at one point, didn't know how to wholesale. I too didn't know you could make money from this stuff. I too didn't know I could acquire thousands of real estate properties with no money out of my pocket. Bethany Willis calls me up. This is Bethany. This is houses she's flipping. She calls me up and she says, Pace, will you come work for me? I heard you have a great reputation. You work for OfferPad, Open Door. I need you and your construction company to come and do renovations for me on my flips, because I buy these houses and I go flip them and I put them on the market and I sell them to families and I make, $50,000, $70,000, whatever. We all understand fixing and flipping. And I go, okay, yeah, I'm cool. I'd love to do that. So I go and work for Bethany, right? And I show up to her jobs and we end up doing about 3 jobs together. And on the 4th job, Bethany Willis says to me, What does she say to me, guys? Does anybody remember what she says to me? She says, why aren't you in real estate? Why aren't you in real estate? And my response to her is really funny. I said, I am? Exclamation point. I am. What are you talking about? And she says, no, you're not in real estate. You're a service provider to people like me. I am in real estate. I own the real estate. I control the contracts. I'm the one that makes all the money. You're the service provider. And it hurt, right? She hit me right in the stomach. I was like, gosh, damn it. So I said, this is what I said to her. I said, well, okay, it makes sense, but like, how does somebody like me get started in real estate? And she's like, are you kidding me? You have everything beyond what you would ever need. What's holding you back? And my first question to her, this is a part of the story I actually don't think I've ever told. The first question I ever asked Bethany was, where does the blank come from? What is the blank that I asked her? Money. I said, where does the money come from? Like, you're buying these houses up here, Bethany. Where does the money come from? I don't get it. And she says, is that what's holding you up? Is that literally what's holding you up? Everything that you could ask me right now, and that's the question. I was like, yeah, money's the most important part of this entire thing. And she says, Pace, I've flipped over 2,000 homes in my life, and I've literally never used a penny of my own money. And I was like, well, yeah, but you're borrowing money from banks that are like using your credit and your credentials. And I'm a self-employed person, right? You guys are basically giving me a W-9. Okay. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, you're going to tell me I got to use my credit. She's like, nope. So she introduces me to something called hard money. And I learned what hard money is. And I was like, okay. So I learned what hard money is. She then, this is what she tells me. She goes, okay, Pace, I'm not going to tell you anything else. Okay. Cause I'm like, hard money, but hard money is like, it's kind of like the mafia. I actually literally use the word mafia to her. It's like, well, isn't that like the mafia? Like, these are like loan sharks. They're going to come and break their cousin Jimmy's going to come and break your leg. Legit. This is what I thought. Okay. This is how stupid I was. Not stupid, uneducated, inexperienced. Nobody was helping me. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something. I had a lot of fix and flippers as friends. Why didn't anybody want to teach me how to fix and flip? Dan Quijano's got it. They were selfish. They didn't want to lose me. They didn't want me to, this is how I felt all the time. I felt like this. I was underneath people's thumbs the whole time. Anybody ever feel like you're just like constantly underneath somebody else's freaking thumbs all the time? Like, I got to make this person happy to get this paycheck. I got to do this to do this. I got to do this to do this, blah, 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 blah. That's how I felt all the time. And these guys that I was fixing and flipping houses for would only give me little pieces of information because they wanted me to continue to work for them. And so ultimately, that's what Bethany pointed out to me. She said, these people, these hard money lenders, okay, these hard money lenders are not the mafia. And she tells me, pull out your phone right now. Okay. And that's what we're going to do right now. Here's what I want everybody to do. Okay. We're going to take our first little piece of action. Okay. She tells me to pull out my phone and she says, I want to show you how to find a hard money lender right now. And I was like, no, that's not possible. She says, type in hard money, Arizona. And then I realized, holy crap, there's people running ads. Okay. No income verification, hard money real estate loans. So here's what I want you guys to do. Go into your Google right now. Everybody pull up your computer, pull up your phone, open up another window, and let's just type in hard money and either a city you're in or a state that you're in. Okay. I'm going to type in Mesa. Okay. Hard money, Mesa. Hard money lenders, Mesa. Okay, great. What is hard money? Get funded today. Okay, great. They're open 24 hours. Ooh, this is great. When banks say no, We say yes, $25,000 to $6,000 minimum business financing. Okay, cool. See, Biggie Ching says, hard money, you still need good credit. This is a great question. I like this. I like Biggie Ching. I like a challenge. I like it when Biggie Ching challenges me. Let's have a conversation. Let's call one of my hard money lenders and let's see how many deals they've done.
Hey, so what's up, man?
Wiley Coyote, what up, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Hey, I'm on a big Zoom. I've got 1,500 people on here.
Uh-huh.
And somebody says to me in the side chat, they said, hard money lenders 100% of the time use your credit. Have you ever pulled my credit for any loan that you've ever given me?
No.
Never once.
No, it's all about the asset.
All about the asset. Okay. So Wiley, how can people get a hold of you guys? What's your guys' website?
I don't have one. They can email me.
Ooh, okay. Can I give everybody your email out?
Yeah, that's fine.
What do you need in order to give us a loan?
I need, so in the request, just send me pictures, the Dropbox link, the address, and the price you're looking to borrow, and we will underwrite it.
Okay, great. And you typically, for us, at least for the 7-8 years we've been doing business, you guys will fund us 100% of the purchase price.
Correct.
Okay, so I don't need a down payment with you guys.
Correct.
Okay, so all I got to do is email you. You don't even ask me for my credit.
Yep.
What if I killed somebody like 2 weeks ago? Do you guys care?
As long as you bought the house at a price I'm comfortable at, I'm good.
Wiley, you're the freaking best. I'm going to give everybody your email.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Guys, it literally, when I started, that was the first hard money lender I ever used. I was a brand new person. I'd never gotten a loan. In 7-8 years of me using them, I've never once used my credit with them. They fund 100% of the purchase. There's multiple lenders like this all over the country. Don't give me some bull crap based on your inexperience. You want to come into me and tell me how you think things are? I will show you up in 2 seconds. I'll flip you like a pancake. When he said asset-based, okay, what does asset-based mean? Asset means the property that you are buying. Okay. The property you're buying. So let's say I go find a seller. Okay. So here's a seller. Here's their house. I go to the seller and I have a conversation with the seller. Or let's say this is an agent or a seller. What is the asset in this situation? It's the property that I'm planning on buying or wholesaling. Okay. I have no assets over here. My pockets are zero. I have no money in my pocket. Guys, I'm not going to give you that email address until I'll give you that email address at the very end of this Zoom as a reward. How about that? Biggie Ching, great question. I appreciate you bringing that up. Thank you for being a good sport. But I can tell you guys, I've been doing this business a long time. I tell no lies. It benefits me zero to lie to you. Okay? Guys, Michelle Ellis, did you blink and sneeze when I just said when I was going to give the link out? Okay. I will give you guys the email at the end of the Zoom. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to give you the email at the end of the Zoom. Okay. Francisco says, I just got more. This is great. I love this. This is what's great about our free challenges. By the way, any of you guys out there paid for wholesale coaching at like $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 that didn't teach you that and get their hard money lender on the actual phone call? All right. I'm here giving this stuff away for you guys for free in the cash world. I want to give everything away for you guys in the cash world. Leave all my creative finance students here to help you guys out. You don't need an education to learn how to wholesale. I will give it all to you guys for free. Okay. Here's what's great. Wiley, okay, W-Y-L-E-Y. What did he say? Does he have a website? He said, no, I don't have a website, but I'll give you my email. Guys, they sold a dealership. Their family sold a dealership about 30 years ago, and they netted $50 million. They got $50 million. Their family had 50 million. They've doubled it multiple times. They've got a good 500 or so million dollars. Your website means nothing. Why can somebody like a Wiley lend out money like what he's been doing with no website? It's relationships. And so when you guys remind yourself why you're in here with us, guys, I'm not giving you his email until when? When am I giving you the email? Please type in the side chat, because the knuckleheads that maybe is your audio going out?
Maybe they have Yorkies too, and the Yorkies were barking.
Got it.
Okay.
I will get, this is why so many people fail. Like, how is it possible that I literally told you when I was going to give you his email and you still 3 seconds later ask, when am I getting the email? That's so good. Oh, Emmanuel, do you guys want to know why I respond to these? Eric Hempler, why do you keep responding to these? Have you guys ever met a better educator than me? Tell me if you've met a better educator, especially in real estate, than me. Do you know why I'm a great educator? Is because I learn how to make the mundane funny, and I learn how to bring up things in a tense way that makes you remember it. Okay? So I'm patient. I communicate. I reiterate things. Okay? I'm a good educator. I'm trying to get better. I will try more. Okay? So I then learn, just like you just learned right there. Nobody did this for me. Okay? This is what Bethany Willis did for me. She made me get on the phone. She made me pull up Google. Okay? She made me pull up my Google and type in hard money and the city I wanted to go to. Okay? So, have you guys ever done this? Have you ever had a conversation with a hard money lender to make sure you could get? Cindy Allen says never. Why are we not doing that? Should we take 20 minutes and everybody call a hard money lender? Should we all take a little bit of action right now and get a hard money lender to commit to a deal? Okay. Have you ever double closed with hard money? Yeah. Wiley will double close on every single deal I've ever done. Okay. Oh, it's after 7:30 p.m. Okay. Should that be the first thing we do tomorrow, is show you guys how to have a script and a conversation with a hard money lender? Okay. Amazing. All right. So I'm going to keep it basic, because we've got people asking questions about what is hard money, or not what is hard money, but what is double closing, stuff like that. We're going to keep it basic. Okay. Nathan says, when using a hard money lender, what is the top end length of time we should plan to use before expenses start to outweigh the potential profits? Or is that all circumstantial? Nathan, the fact that you use the word circumstantial means that you're probably a typical overthinker. I would never use the word circumstantial in my life, but I really love that word. I'm going to write that down. I'm using that tonight. I am using that word tonight. Thank you. But yeah, Nathan, that's a great question. It is all circumstantial. Damn, that's a great word. Okay. So let's move on. So Bethany, this is what we'll do tomorrow, guys. The first thing we're going to do tomorrow at 2:00. What are we going to do tomorrow? Everybody. Okay. We're going to go from half of the people having a hard money lender to 100% of the people knowing how to get a hard money lender. Are we good with that? Okay. That's the first thing we're doing. Kihana will hold me accountable to this. Okay. And we'll show you guys, and we'll check the box. Everybody say, I've done that. I have a hard money lender that will not require my credit and will only base it on the asset itself. Can I get a hard money loan without using, oh, look at that. Blake BRRRR says, I just found one that does 100% funding. So guys, does 100% funding exist without a credit check? Boom. Easy. Done. All right. So Bethany teaches me this, okay? She teaches me that I can go and use the house that I'm going to wholesale, or the house that I'm going to fix and flip, okay? Kathleen Martins must have missed this, but I just called my hard money lender, Kathleen, and they said they've funded 100% of my deals, 100% of the purchase price for over 8 years now. Okay. Including rehab. Yes. That hard money lender will. Okay. Champagne, great question. Including rehab. Yes. Oh, Kathleen says, sorry, I'm at work. Pace, you're our Bethany. Guys, that is exactly the point of this. The point of this is that Bethany Willis, who I texted and I told her, hey, I love you. I appreciate you. If it wasn't for you, blah, 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 blah. Do you need to have cash reserves? No. You don't have to have $1. No, the state doesn't matter. No. Even if you killed someone 2 weeks ago, they'll still, guys, I asked the guy, if I killed somebody 2 weeks ago, will you still fund me? They don't care. No credit, no money. They care about the house that you get under contract. How do we pay them back? Brandon, what are you talking about? How do you pay them back, my guy? You either fix and flip the property, right? Or you wholesale the property to somebody else. Great question. Okay. So here's what we do. You're not buying the house with hard money. Okay. Gregory Davis, we use a company called myinvestorloan.com for all of our long-term holds. Okay. My investor loan. Here, I'll give you guys some love. Okay. Cause there's some of you guys that just want me to give you some shit. Okay. I'll give you some shit. Here we go. Oops. Sorry. I cussed. Okay. myinvestorloan.com is who I use for my fix and flips. Okay. And it's who I use for my BRRRR deals. Okay. Which is long-term 30 years or longer loans. Okay. So my investor loan will give me my initial fix and flip. They will give me 90% of the purchase and 90% of my renovation budget. I have to come to the table with 10%. Why? Okay. Why would they use, or why would I use my investor loan instead of Wiley? Because Wiley will do 100% of both. Why would I use Wiley? And why would I use my investor loan? There you go. My investor loan typically gives me about a 9% interest rate, and Wiley will give me about 14% interest rate because they will fund. Here's another reason why we like them. Okay. The reason why I like Wiley is because Wiley will fund in 24 hours. And my investor loan typically takes, okay, for some people that have used them, my investor loan will sometimes take 10 days. So if I get a deal under contract, okay, and I need to get a deal done, who am I going to call? Right, I'm calling Wiley. No points. Guys, in Arizona, we don't charge points. Only, I'm going to tell you something very different. Some people you're going to ask, you can't ask questions newbies won't even understand. In Arizona, nobody charges points. In Arizona, nobody charges points. Okay. Again, in Arizona, nobody charges points. Another reason why your guys' state sucks and our state's better than yours. Sorry. Okay. Aaron Cabrera. Aaron, let's have a conversation because I think Aaron and some other people don't really like paying attention. So let's see if Aaron's been paying attention. Aaron, get up here.
Hello?
Aaron.
Yes. Hi.
What are we not understanding, my brother?
Oh, just that some hard money lenders are kind of like they don't give out 100% to new investors. So
do you have a girlfriend?
Not right now.
Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Yeah.
You're into girls, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter to me. I just need to know for the analogy, okay? Do you like blondes, brunettes, redheads? What are you into?
Reds, I guess.
Ooh, redheads, love it. Okay, so if you're into redheads and every girl you see in the room is a brunette, and you're gonna ask me, well, how do I find a redhead? Well, leave the room.
Okay, I get it.
Why? How is it any different?
Yeah.
Okay.
All about the numbers. Yeah.
You have to go find them. And here's the thing is maybe Google, right? Like, let's go do this. Okay. Watch this. Google is your friend, believe it or not. Don't be typing in like redhead in Google, okay? Because you're gonna run into situations on that, okay? 100% finance, okay? Let's do hard money, 100% financing. Ooh, all right. Ooh, okay. So this guy says up to 75% loan to value. So that's definitely not the guy we want to go with, right? So we want to keep going through these and having conversations with them until one of them says, "Hey, I'm a redhead." Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. It does make sense.
Okay. So here's the thing. You ever use a dating app?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say a girl comes on your dating app and she's brunette. What do? Do you go, "Oh man, how do I find a redhead?" Or do you just swipe to the next one?
Swipe.
So how is it any different with a
guess
hard money lender?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make sense? Does that analogy make sense to you? Is that you're just swiping? These hard money lenders are in business to lend money to you. And by the way, Aaron, are you even ready to fix and flip a house? Or are you trying to wholesale?
I'm actually trying to get into short-term rentals.
Okay, so if you're trying to get into short-term rentals, what do you need? You need a long-term lender. Okay, a long-term lender that we use, My Investor Loan.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're looking for somebody who will give you the initial purchase and the renovation money, then you can refinance into a long-term, short-term rental like an Airbnb. Then you got to go to myinvestorloan.com. Okay. A hard money lender is not typically going to give you long-term money. They give you short-term money with higher interest rates. Make sense?
Okay.
Now, do you drink coffee?
Yeah. I just drank coffee.
Amazing. And what's your favorite coffee spot?
I'm in Minnesota, so Caribou.
Caribou.
Caribou's pretty
Amazing.
good here. Yeah.
Do you ever go anywhere else or just Caribou?
Well, just Caribou here. I'm not sure if there's anything.
Okay, but when you're
else that's
bouncing around and you need something
better.
else, you only go to Caribou, or I got to go to Starbucks.
Caribou's everywhere.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a great one. Okay. Where do you shop for groceries?
Cub Foods or Costco.
Why the difference? Why would you go to Whole Foods and or Costco? Why wouldn't you just go to Costco?
When I need something right away, I just go to Cub Foods because they're close by.
Holy shiz, you're talking about hard money lenders right now, my guy.
Okay.
Do you guys see the difference? Does this help you understand? It's the exact same thing. Okay. I go to Costco because I need coconut oil. You know what I'm saying? And Kirkland Signature, because they have the best. I don't know what it is about Kirkland Signature, but holy crap. Okay. I'll go to Costco for that. Plus a hot dog. Plus they have what's the best thing about Costco, guys? What would everybody say is the best thing about Costco?
Bulk foods, cheaper prices.
No, come on, man. I ain't about them cheap prices. I want to get quality. They have quality.
Oh,
dude.
quality stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why am I going to Walmart? Why would I go to Walmart? Or why would I go to Whole Foods? Tell me one of the reasons you'd go to Whole Foods. More selection, healthier food, all that kind of stuff. Maybe there's a couple of redheads in the aisle over there. I think there's more redheads at Whole Foods than there are at Costco. That's for sure.
I guess.
Okay? It is true. All right. So why do I use this analogy? It's because you guys will ask me questions about how do I find, I don't know. How do you find a $1.50 hot dog at a grocery store? You got to make the calls. You got to go visit. You got to ask people. See, Angel says, I have food allergies. Whole Foods tailors to them. Okay. Here's the interesting thing. Do we not already agree that hard money lenders will all tailor to something a little bit differently in order to attract their customers?
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely.
Is this making sense to everybody? Okay. So when you say, well, how do I find a hard money lender that does this? And how do I find a hard money lender that does this? And how do I find a hard money lender that does this? Have I answered it? We got to do the research. This is why tomorrow we're going to go on Google tomorrow and we're going to find hard money lenders, and I'm going to find a hard money lender that doesn't charge points. I'm going to find a hard there. Level 4 funding. It's only $453. Should we call them right now?
Good.
100% loan to value hard money lenders, over $40 million funded. Ooh, I like this. Residential loan, fix and flip, 90% LTV with 100% of rehab. All right.
I
Are
love
we
it.
getting this?
Yeah.
Give me a yes in the comments that you guys got this. We hammered this home. And what's funny is the time it took for you to ask me if they
Yes.
only do Arizona, you could have typed in your own damn city into Google and said, hard money, 100% my city. Make sense? You got to do the action. You have to take the action. Let's take the action right now. Let's do it right now. Okay. Take a moment, type in 100 LTV and the city you live in, hard money. Google it. Beth Hendricks says, you are a very patient man. Well, that's required when you are a business owner. That's required when you are raising capital. That is required when you are doing real estate. That is required in basically anything you need in life, right? We all agree with that. Patience is a virtue, okay? Can I tell you guys a quick story about patience? Here's an interesting thing. So the owners of Batch Leads, I love them. The owners of Batch Leads, I call them up and I go, hey, I'm having a hard time with your service. They go, great, here's a video. I was like, fine. And I go, I ain't watching that video. I send it to somebody else. I literally send it to somebody else on my team. And then a week later, I have another problem. And what do? I call Batch and I go, because I'm friends with them, right? I'm not going through the regular customer service. So they go, dude, here's a video. And they send it to me. I go, all right, I ain't watching that. I send it to somebody on my team. And after like the third time of them just sending me videos, I go, they don't want to help me. That's how human beings react. And so by me being patient is also my way of showing you how much I care. I will go above and beyond to show you, not tell you how much I care. I will show you how much I care. And thank goodness for the rest of the world that doesn't have patience, because they open up every door of opportunity for me who has a little bit of patience. Make sense? Okay. So yes, I am patient because you have to have patience to make a lot of money. Anna, this is a great question. She says, does a hard money lender have to be in your residential state? The answer is no, they do not. They just need to be licensed in your state. Again, myinvestorloan.com is licensed in all 50 states. Wiley is not. Okay. So when I need a loan from Wiley, I have to know what are the states that he's in and what are the states are they not. My Investor Loan, although they take 10 days, they are in, I think, 47 or 48 states. So chances are I'm going to just go to My Investor Loan. Okay. Now, who needs a hard money loan? Do I need a hard money loan if I'm a wholesaler? Good question. No, I don't. But yes, I kind of do. Micah got it right. It's no and yes. No, because I'm not the one buying the property. Yes, because a lot of times I will have to refer a lender to my buyer. My buyer will ask me a lot of times, like, who, can you transactional fund that? Double closing. Yes. We're not going to talk about double closings today. If you need earnest money or double closings, contact a gator. Okay. Make sure you need a gator. But for long-term loans, your buyers, who does your contracts? Let me tell you who does my contracts. Let's pull it up. Okay. Sean St. Clair does my contracts, real estate attorney in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is who does my contracts. 4.9 reviews on 69. By the way, he's also been on YouTube. You can go watch his interviews on our YouTube channel. He's an amazing guy. Sean St. Clair drafts all of our contracts. There you go. Okay. Alexis Toole, any question you guys have today, you could simply write it down and then go to my YouTube channel and type in Gator, Pace Morby Gator. Okay, so let's practice this so I can move on with the education today. Watch this. If I go to YouTube, by the way, thank you guys for subscribing. It does. Oh, we're at 103,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Let's type in Pace Morby Gator. Ooh. Oh, damn. Look at all these Gator loan videos. Go and watch these. You can find out what Gator is. Okay. Boom. There you go. I'm not going to go into answering that. Okay. So why do I need a hard money lender if I am a hard money lender? If I'm a wholesaler and I'm never going to actually buy the property. Okay. The reason why I need a hard money lender is my buyer. We're going to show you guys this in just a couple of minutes. My buyer a lot of times will say, hey, my hard money lender is tapped out and I need another hard money lender. And you'll sit there as a wholesaler going, oh my gosh, this deal's not going to work out. Yes, Chrissy Artiles, do you buy BRRRR with hard money? Yes, you do. Are you asking me specifically, Chrissy, or are you asking in general?
I was just asking it. I was just asking in general.
Yeah, so let's go through the acronym really quick, right? What is the acronym? What does it stand for? B stands for what?
Buy.
Okay, buy. R stands for what?
Rehab.
Okay, next R.
Rent and refinance.
Rent, refinance, and repeat, right?
Yeah.
So why am I refinancing?
To take the money out.
Okay, I'm refinancing for two reasons. Okay, one, because I have a high interest rate hard money loan that I bought the property with.
Mm.
Okay, because traditional lenders are not going to give you a loan on a property that needs a renovation. This is why we use hard money lenders, right? It's the same thing with Costco. I go to Costco because they have good prices. I go to Whole Foods because they have horrible prices, but they have amazing selection. I use a hard money lender to buy a property on BRRRR because the property needs a renovation and a traditional lender is not giving me a loan on a property that needs a renovation.
I just didn't know if there was like different types of like hard money. Like you said that you would go.
Are there different types of grocery stores?
Yeah.
Yes, there are different
like,
types of hard money lenders.
For like term links and.
Yeah, so here's what you do. My investor loan gives you a hard money loan. What does hard money mean? Hard money means they are looking at the hard asset, right? The property, the hard tangible asset, and they are lending based on that asset, not on you. That's what hard money means. Okay.
Right.
So they're lending based on the hard real estate, not on you, because you suck. Not just you, me. When I was brand new, I sucked too. Okay. Anybody in here suck? You're brand new and you suck. It's okay to suck. Okay. I sucked too. I didn't have credit. I didn't have credentials. I didn't have any of that stuff. And the great thing is there's lenders out there like, in fact, there's probably a lender out there like, do you suck? We'll lend to you. That'd be a really great tagline. Do you suck? We got you. We got money, right? So they'll give you money no matter how bad you suck. You're brand new. Those are hard money lenders, right? They give you a hard money loan and you buy the property, no credit, no credentials. You just got to buy a good deal. And obviously in the Elephant Challenge, we're going to teach you guys how to buy a good deal. You guys are going to see people buying deals live over the next couple of deals or a couple of days.
I have one under contract right now.
Okay. And what does your lender say about it?
I don't have a lender.
Oh, that's a problem. See, this is one of the biggest problems why people do wholesaling backwards. They go and get deals under contract or whatever, and they're like, they don't have their attorney, they don't have their LLC, they don't have their title company, they don't have their hard money lender or their lender lined up. That's what we're going to do for you guys in this Elephant Challenge is make sure you guys got all that stuff dialed in.
Okay.
Okay. See, Jessica says, I'm out of order. Yeah, you guys are. You should have an LLC. You should have a title company. You should have a closing attorney, depending on what state you're in. You should have a hard money lender. You should have a gator in your world. Who are my gators in the side chat? Okay. See all these people? These people will give you earnest money. These people will do double closings for you. All of those people right there. I didn't, instead of me saying, hey guys, go find gators, I built a gator tribe of people to come in here and give you the money. Made it easy for you. Okay. So, yes, hard money lender on the first. You use the hard money lender to buy the property, renovate the property, and then you refinance typically with another lender. What I do is I use my investor loan for both. I use my investor loan for the purchase and the renovation at a higher interest rate. Then after we rent it out, we refinance with myinvestorloan.com, and they will give us a 30-year fixed rate at a lower interest rate. Does that make sense?
Okay. And they don't pull your credit for that?
They pull your credit for the refinance on the long term, yeah.
Okay.
But again, if I'm just fixing and flipping, do I need to use my credit? No. If I'm holding a traditional deal, yes, I need to use my credit. The problem is I'm not teaching sub 2 and seller finance in this training. That's what my sub 2 students will help you guys out, okay? My sub 2 students will help you guys out with all the creative finance stuff, but we're not training on creative finance stuff in here. I'm teaching you guys cash stuff, okay? Great question, Chrissy. Hopefully did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, cool. Emmanuel, last question, and I'm going to move on. Emmanuel Arredondo. What do you got, brother? He's like, crap, I don't. Emmanuel, how dare you type out a long, lengthy message, but not even take the opportunity to come in and chat? There we are. What do you got, Emmanuel?
Well, yeah, so
here's
so
what you
pretty
say
much,
so everybody knows, okay? Pace, can you talk about private money lenders or private banks willing to give lower rates for what they're going right now for long-term holds? I'm from the hood, so I'm always use this as an analogy. When the prices go up in the hood, their price, I don't know your grammar.
Okay.
You must have been typing
Yeah,
this
yeah.
with 2 left thumbs.
So pretty much the analogy is like, so in the hood, when the prices go up, there's always somebody, a plug that will still give the old prices. So pretty much trying to say is, if there's a private money lender or a private bank that's willing to give like the old rates compared with this right now, for like, because there's some deals on market here in Dallas that I could like keep this subject to and pretty much get a loan because I have equity, right? So let's say it's a
Okay, so yes,
house.
let me answer the question because you're going to tell a story that's going to deviate us, and I'll then I want to talk about it. So great question. So he's talking about credit unions. Okay, so credit unions, they're using their own money typically to lend money, so they can give you lower interest rates than what is currently being quoted by a Chase, Bank of America, etc. Again, this goes back to creating relationships. You're not ready for this, guys. Okay, you're not ready for credit unions. You're not ready for this kind of stuff. What you need is we need to make sure we have the basics down. Okay. Narissa, guys, do not ask me questions about seller finance that have been answered on my YouTube. Go on my YouTube, Narissa. Go ask the question about seller finance on my YouTube. It's answered. I have sellers that do all that kind of stuff. Manuel Herrera. Y'all mother freaking overthinking mother freakers. This is your number one problem. Okay. Your number one problem is you overthink everything. Manuel, come over here. Let's have a conversation. Bunch of assholes. Manuel, do you feel like you're an asshole today, brother?
Probably.
Okay. So remember, all of my advice is for new people. Do you have a deal right now?
No.
Why do you need a bank?
Oh, it was just a question for just in case.
Just in case what?
So like if the hard money lender,
you're overthinking it. I don't even want to hear the question. You're overthinking everything. Let's break it down very simply. Your question is appreciated, but it just shows me everybody's overthinking. Okay. Here's what we got. Okay. Y'all overthinkers. Let's give you guys an overthinking education. Okay. So Bethany then tells me, here's what hard money lenders are. And I'm like, okay, but should I be fixing and flipping? And she says, no, you shouldn't be fixing and flipping. And I go, then why do I need a hard money lender? And she says, this is actually where I learned the word asshole. She said, stop being such an asshole and go create an actual problem that I can answer. You're just asking me a bunch of stupid stuff that you're never even going to run into. And I was like, okay, so what should I do? So this is what she taught me. She taught me, go create an opportunity. Okay. Go create an opportunity. I didn't know what that meant. I'm going to teach you guys what that means. Okay. Go create an opportunity and find the pain. Didn't know what that meant either. Had no idea what that meant. I mean, I speak English, right? We all speak English. We know what this means. Create an opportunity, find the pain. But I was like, what the freak do you even mean by that? Create an opportunity, find the pain. I don't know what that means. You're being ambiguous. Okay. Narissa, creative finance is good in all markets. Stop asking creative finance questions in the side chat. Link in with some of my sub 2 leaders. This is not a creative finance conversation. Go watch Sunday service. Go watch my YouTube channel. It will help you out tremendously. Okay. Adriana, my girl, I get to talk to you. Let's have a conversation, Adriana. You said you're literally, where are you? Adriana, what up? No, wrong one. Adriana, sorry.
There I am.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you bring yourself up here?
I don't know how. What am I doing?
I'll do it. Here you go.
Okay.
Let's see if we can bring you up here. Where's your screen? Where's your thing? Where's your video?
Yes.
There she is. Okay. Hold on a sec. All right. So you're a newer student of mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Life sucks being my student, doesn't it?
No, not at all.
Okay. So tell me, you've got a deal that you're wholesaling right now. What's the deal? Where'd it come from?
I met another sub 2 student in our daily dials, and we were actually doing, I started off with the first elephant challenge in June. From overthinking, I took action with that. I started calling agents, and I committed to doing direct to agent for these 90 days.
Okay.
And so while I was on one of the chats, when I was looking for these houses, I started looking and finding that a lot of them were VAs. So I was searching for VAs. I got connected with my now battle buddy, Adam, who's a Marine, and was in the middle of closing his first sub 2 VA. And so we connected and we started talking. He mentioned, we started going through calls. He suggested a property for me to call. I called the agent and got us.
Hey, Adriana, I hate to say this, but I got Big Boy from Outcast. Literally, this guy right now calling me. Hold on a second. Daddy Fat Sacks, what's up?
Pace Ms. Orby. What's happening, broski?
I was just talking to your son. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm good. Good. I didn't know. I was calling to check on to see where you still booking that show because they booking me up, but I want to make sure if you want that date, you can get it.
Okay, great. I've got Molly on my team working with or I think she's supposed to reach out to your manager tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because they just booked something for like the 4th and the 5th.
Oh.
I know you was trying to do the 3rd, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I was like, make sure they don't skip over you.
Okay, I'll make sure Molly connects with Ash tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. And Bamboo said something about some units.
Yeah, I'm upgrading from a 105 unit deal that we're doing together to a 264 unit deal that we're going to end up doing together, and it'll close in less than 3 weeks. And you just have to take me fishing when we're all done with it.
Man, I got you, man. Shit, we gotta do all this shit.
And I'm looking for a house for your son in Lake Worth, Florida right now too.
You told me. Okay, nice.
I already own it, so I own it, and I bought it subject to, so I just took over somebody else's payments.
Right.
And I told him, hey, I'll hook you up, I'll help you, but I just got to make sure that you're committed, because I don't want to get you into a payment and all this kind of stuff that you end up changing your mind in 6 months.
Right, for sure.
So, but yeah, I'm helping him out, and hopefully we can get him squared away with that whole situation.
Okay, cool. Just keep me posted, man. I'll just check in on that show day because I'm headed to St. Parts tomorrow. And then I'm doing Athens on Saturday, and these dates popping up like I'm getting offers like every fucking day.
Got it. Okay.
So just make sure it happens for you.
Love it. You're the man. I appreciate you.
All right, buddy.
Okay. See ya. Adriana, he came to say hi to you. I mean, guys, when was the last time you got freaking Big Boy from Outkast on a freaking conference call? You know what I'm saying? Like, I should just end the Zoom right now. We're done. Except, you know what's freaking cooler? I'll tell you what's cooler than that call is Adriana getting her first sub 2 deal.
Yeah.
Way cooler. Give this girl some love. Give this girl some love. So you work with another sub 2 student. He tells you to call a lead. I believe this is, am I buying the deal?
No,
Who's buying this deal?
my first elephant challenge leader,
What the freak?
Myron Briley.
Myron? He deserves it. I love Myron. And by the way, I just want to point out a couple of things. Elephant challenge, pretty epic, right? Working with another student, Myron Briley, he's one of my partners on a Corpus Christi deal. Love him and love his wife, as you do as well. You took the action. You called the seller. Seller's got a VA loan. It's in Texas. Seller needs to get out, but they couldn't. They listed it. By the way, guys, this is what we're going to be doing tomorrow and Friday. Is we're going to show you how to do what Adriana just did. Okay, is how to reach out to. Well, there was an agent involved in this deal at one point, right?
Yes, it was on. I was calling MLS.
Okay, so guys, do you think if we're calling MLS deals and how much are you making on the wholesale deal?
The total assignment is 12,515. However, I am going half with my shadow buddy.
Amazing. And honestly, who's helping you out with the paperwork? Is my team helping you with the paperwork?
Yes, Allison.
Okay. Do you feel loved?
I absolutely feel like a little bit
but
inside.
no pressure. Like, I know that we're on a Zoom right now and there's 1,300 people here and 300 people on YouTube. There's 1,600 people here. You got a lot of pressure. Do you really feel loved?
I feel like Monday in Laura's arms.
Oh, amazing. You feel like we took care of you. We showed you how to do the thing. You have a community who's loving on you. We're proud of you. Just so you know, I love our chats on Zoom and your vulnerability and how much you love and cherish everybody else here. You deserve it. You're going to make $6,250 each on your first deal. Turns out to be a creative finance deal, not even a cash deal. How unbelievably cool is that?
It's epic. And because I was dealing with Myron and the way the paperwork was going, he was like, don't worry about it. I'll just go ahead and put the EMD in. So I'm literally not even putting in, like, when I say zero, nothing, nada, I'm not, no money.
Amazing. So the next couple of days, just tell everybody, I know that we're going to be wrapping up here in 45 minutes, but tell everybody, like, does agent outreach work? Does creative finance work in this current market? Are they in the right place?
Yes. Yes.
That's a really long answer, guys. She's giving you the deep answer of yes twice in a row.
And this comes from an overthinker.
I know.
For all the overthinkers, it can happen.
For all the overthinkers, here, our drinks get poured out for you. We all the overthinkers. Now, what's funny is, like, as you take momentum steps and as you collaborate with other people, I think the number one thing that helps you get over the fear of stuff is collaborating with other people. Yes.
The minute I got with Adam, I was like, anxiety was, because I knew that if something went amiss or whatever, and in fact, I actually had gotten the agent to pretty much be on board, but I went ahead and threw it out there because he was a Marine and it was a VA. I said, if it's okay, I would like my partner, Adam, to go ahead and follow up with you. That way he can give you a little bit more details or answer anything that I might have not been clear about, or that you just needed to help let the seller know so they feel completely confident in this. And she said, okay, great. And he took it from there, and then kept dealing with her, or kept the relationship there with her. And then as I got the mortgage, he got the mortgage statement and so forth. And I started looking at the numbers and underwriting it. Because of my relationship with Myron I already knew he was looking for creative deals all over. And so I went ahead and started reaching out to him as dispo part of it, and began talking to him and locked in what entry fee I was going to I told him I would have it, and he said, lock me in. I'm your buyer. I'm good. And so that's when we started getting everything put into motion, and I was then going into paperwork stuff.
When was the last time somebody told you they're proud of you?
Well, my husband told me that he was proud of me when I told him. He told me he knew I could do it, but my community had all told me when I was telling them. They tell me daily on the daily dials, but
For people that don't know what the daily dial is, what is the daily dial?
the daily dial is a bonus daily Zoom that we get 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday, 2 hours
Where do we get that? Because there's some people in here that are not sub 2 students. They have no idea what you're talking about.
in the sub 2 community. When you're in the sub 2 community, that's one of a plethora of daily Zooms that we get, weekly Zooms.
Love it. So you got a lot of support. You got a lot of love from our community. People are plugging in every day. We have between Dan Quijano and Caroline, just those 2 sets of Zooms, we have 8 hours of live support every single day.
Yes.
It can be overwhelming to some, but it's 8 hours of live support every single freaking day. And the training's cool, but really it's the love and the support from the community, and you become friends with people. Have you made any friends inside of sub 2?
A whole bunch of friends, I couldn't believe when I posted that I was under contract. I kept seeing these likes, and I like over 300 likes, and I don't know how many comments and so forth. And people that I had already spoken with that were reading for me, people that had seen me on the daily dial on those vulnerable, emotional moments where I was dealing with my limiting blocks, and then just brothers and sisters all in the community, newbies that were being inspired by it and reaching out to me. In fact, after that Zoom, I ended up having several newbies connect with me, and I talked to them that weekend. And on Monday, I was on the phone for like 2.5 hours, just pouring into whatever they were asking me to help them, and just trying to give back.
Edward says she made me cry in my car during the daily dial.
Sorry.
Okay, so I've only got 40 minutes with everybody, so I'm going to pull you off the screen, but I want to tell you something. I know it's not as cool as you coming from your husband. It's not as cool as coming from our community, but I just want to let you know that we adore you and that I am personally very proud of you. Good job. Good work.
Thank you.
And I can't wait. I say this all the time. If you want to impress me, get your first deal. But if you want me to be proud of you, help somebody else get their first deal. And that's why I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you that the second you got under contract, you felt a little bit of confidence. You took that confidence and immediately poured it into the next people. That's why I'm proud of you. And thank you for doing that. It means the world to not just me, but everybody else.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And in this community, I love all of you guys.
Adriana, will you put your information in the sub 2 private Facebook group and just let the newbies know, like, hey, reach out to her. Maybe you could do a Zoom specifically for them or something like that.
Sure. Absolutely.
Thank you. Amazing. That's really cool. So there you go. Her first deal, right? She's making 12. This is a recent deal. I actually tried to buy that deal, Adriana, just so you know. But it's all good. You guys didn't want to sell the deal to me. I think what I was trying to do is I was trying to negotiate. This is what I do. This is why people send me the deals after everybody else, because I will usually go, how do I reduce the thing down to like $5,000? I'm like, I think I was offering $5,000 on that deal is what I was offering. So, all right, Denise, good to see you. Sweet girl. All right. So here's what happens. Okay. For those of you guys that don't understand, she had to go and find an opportunity, right? So this is what we're going to talk about. Assess your budget. Tomorrow, this is what we're going to spend our time chatting about. Is in the find the opportunity section of this board right here, is we are going to come up with a game plan tomorrow. We're going to start looking for homes to get under contract, and we are going to assess your budget. Okay. So I'm going to assume, all right, that in the find an opportunity strategy, okay, most of you guys have no budget. Give me a no if you have no budget. I have no budget, like Adriana. She had no budget. She joined sub 2, but outside of that, she's like, I just paid for a mentorship. I don't want to spend another penny. Okay. So does it make sense for me tomorrow to teach you guys how to pull lists and get cold callers and do postcards and all of that kind of stuff? Okay. So do you now understand why the only thing I'm going to teach you in this challenge doesn't mean that the other things don't work? Pay attention to me. It doesn't mean the only things don't work. It means that you have no budget, so my education is going to be based on your lack of budget. Okay? So when people say, what about batch? What about prop stream? What about this? Guys, let me tell you something. Okay? When you use batch, anybody that's a batch or a prop stream client, you spend, I think batch is like $400 a month now is kind of like their minimum. Is that right? What's the minimum in batch right now? Okay, Biggie, hey, Biggie just flipped me like a pancake. He told me it's $100. You know that batch 3.0 just came out, right? Okay, it's 147, I think is what it is. I know it went up. Okay, hold on, but here's the thing. It's 147 per month plus SMS, plus skip tracing, right? Am I right or am I right? Okay, the average amount of person that uses batch, okay, is spending $2,000 to $3,000 a month for all their lists, all their skip tracing, all that kind of stuff. Do you guys want me to train you today and in the Elephant Challenge on how to spend that kind of money? Okay, same thing with PropStream. Okay, I love PropStream. I love batch. We use both, just like grocery stores. Do I use batch, guys? Okay, batch is like Whole Foods to me. They're gangster. I love them. They got great options. They got great everything. Okay, no, I don't use Deal Machine. Is Deal Machine still around? Okay, we use batch leads. They have the door knocking thing. PropStream has door knocking and driving for deals. So like I don't really need to use batch and all those other ones. Okay, deal driven or any of that kind of stuff. Batch has driving for deals in it. So does PropStream. So why do I need another driving for deals app? Okay. So PropStream, Abby says Deal Automator. Deal Automator is a CRM, customer relationship manager. Foreclosure.com, Ahmad, is not a list pulling thing for anything but foreclosures. Okay. Ooh, Robin, I like this. Yeah, Batch does have a phone app, I believe. So PropStream, okay, the average who's on PropStream that's spending money on a monthly basis to pull lists and all that kind of stuff? Okay, how much are you really spending on a monthly basis? Are you spending 300, 500, 1,000? What are you spending? Tell us the truth. $900 a month, $400 a month, $800 a month, $900 a month. Okay, great. So $300 a month. Okay, guys, do you want me to teach you how to use PropStream if the average person's spending $500 to $800 a month? Give me a yes or a no. Okay, for those of you students, sub 2 students that are wanting to learn how to use Batch and PropStream, where can I go to learn how to use Batch and PropStream on Thursdays? Cody does a training every Thursday for 2 hours all about how to use Batch and how to use PropStream, right? Live. All the sub 2 students know about that, right? Lead gen with Cody every Thursday. What if you're not a sub 2 student? Well, I don't know what you're doing. RIP. That's a great answer, Dan. Okay. Hi. How about that Korean bowl thing? That's what's the true food thing? What's that thing called? Will you order one of those? What's the thing underneath? Not rice? No. Okay, say hi to everybody. We got 1,600 people on here.
Hi, everybody. I'm sad I'm not here, but I maybe don't make Pace's job easy. Hi.
Okay, so Do I not use PropStream? No, I like PropStream, but we're not teaching you PropStream. PropStream costs money, okay? More money than what their subscription tells you. Pay attention to this because some people are like, oh, PropStream's 90, the same price as Privy. Does Privy have upsells? Am I having to skip trace? Am I having to do any of this stuff? Or is it literally just the $79 a month? Do you understand why I'm teaching you Privy? Give me a yes if you understand. Stop asking about Flipster. Flipster's the same thing. You're not getting everything all inclusive. You got to skip trace and pay for the things and all that kind of stuff. Literally, Privy is the only tool I'm going to have you guys use. That's it. And Adriana just showed you. I would pull her back on here, but she might make me cry. I'm so proud of her. Okay. Adriana, did you need to do anything but agent outreach to get your first deal? Yes or no? You can say something.
No, I just used Privy.
So if I want to get more deals, then I just use more Privy and more agent outreach.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's what we're going to be doing, guys. We're going to be showing you guys that for sure the next couple of days. Now, I want to show you guys the rest of the 30 minutes that I've got with you. Narissa, I'm not saying cancel PropStream if that's your strategy. Okay? If that's your strategy, then go use it. But what am I using PropStream for? I'm using PropStream. Ooh, Privy has a 30-day trial? No, you can't share Privy with your team, unfortunately. Scott Steele says, how many sub-2 students do you have? How do I get in? Okay. Here's a great question. I don't know. Is there a link, Carly, or something that people can get in? Is there like a way? If I were you, I would find another sub-2 student and have them bring you in. Because most of the time, most people just get denied unless you've been referred to by a student. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see. Okay. Here's a link for you guys. There you go. It is hard to, you get people all the time asking, like, when are you going to open it back up? Go and see if it's open in your area. I get people ask that in the chat all the time. Is it opening back up? Is it opening it back up? Okay, let's not talk about that. Next 30 minutes, here's what I want to do. I want to have expectations for the day. So people take notes. Everybody taking notes for tomorrow. Here's what we're doing for tomorrow. Adriana, are you taking notes? Give me a yes or no. Yes, I see your head. All right. Take notes. Here's our expectations for tomorrow. Okay, number one, the first thing that we're going to be doing is making sure everybody has the 5 things that you need to start in this journey. Okay. Adriana, do you know who your closing attorney is? Are you using Scott Horn? Who are you guys using? How did I know? Well, because I referred Scott Horn to everybody. Everybody uses Scott Horn. What is Scott Horn? Scott Horn is a closing attorney in Texas. Okay. Understands how to do creative finance deals. So here's what we're going to do tomorrow. We are going to come up with a game plan and your resources. Okay. Game plan and resources. Here's what we need. Number one, everybody needs to make sure you've got Privy. So go to, what is it? Start with Privy. Wow. The handwriting is on a whole nother level of trash today. Start with Privy.com. Okay. 2, here's what I want everybody to have. I want everybody to have a hard money lender. Is it because I want you to have a lender? Or is it that I want you to just have one in your pocket so that your buyer that you wholesale to can utilize that lender? Okay. Then what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to bring on a few gators, and I'm going to make sure everybody gets a gator attached to them. Okay. A gator will supply you with EMD. Some of you guys don't know what EMD is. Okay. But I will teach you what EMD is tomorrow. Okay. Number 4, we need a title company where I'm going to show you how to call title companies and interview them. Or if you are in an attorney state, I'll show you how to find out if you are in an attorney state. And I will show you how to interview and have a conversation with a closing attorney. Okay. Give me some emojis and tell me that this is what you want to know. Okay. So I've got Privy. I've got my hard money lender. I've got my Gator. I've got a title company. And the fifth thing that we're going to do tomorrow is we are going to have Quijano. Okay. We are going to Quijano all over your face with some, not with Crocs, but with, what are they called? Ninja boots? Toms. Is Tom the name of like the number one ninja in the world? Is that why they called those ninja boots Toms?
He was a ninja, then he went to MySpace, then he just started a shoe company.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
If I could only walk in his shoes.
If only.
If only. Okay, so we're going to get Quijano on you. What does that mean? We're going to talk about scripts. And for the last 2 hours of the day tomorrow, we are going to utilize Quijano scripts. We're going to come up with some scripts live. Me, Quijano. Who else are we going to have come in here tomorrow?
Whoever we need.
Newsome. I told him we were going to do it today, but we won't have time today to do Newsome. So we'll have Quijano, Newsome, Pace. Who else should we have come in here do some agent outreach?
I mean, there's some good people that we got out there. I mean, we got the Nightly Dial crew.
Adriana, do you want to show some newbies that you can do this with us tomorrow? Turn on your stuff. We want to hear from you.
Sure.
Sure or heck yes?
That's like a yes question.
I still need to keep getting better. So yes.
Adriana, can I tell you a secret? I need to keep getting better too. We're in the same boat. Okay. I need to keep getting better. It never ends. It's a fun video game. Have you ever played video games? You don't strike me as somebody who sits down and plays video games.
Not usually, but when I was dating my husband, he loved Galaga. So we would go crazy on Galaga.
Love that game.
Yes.
And even if you got really far, it was almost just as fun to restart over as it was like getting really, really far, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. You and I are going to play a little bit of Agent Galaga. Okay, we're going to try and beat this game together. That's all it is. It's a freaking game. Okay, let's bring Quijano up here. So Quijano is going to be the game master. Okay, we're going to be talking about scripting. We're going to be talking about objections. We're going to be talking about all of that kind of stuff tomorrow. That will be the, who else should we have? I want to make sure we have a newbie, which is Adriana. She's done a deal. We've got Ninja Master right here. You got Jonathan Newsome, who's an absolute amazing human being.
The beard.
I wonder if we bring up a Spanish speaker tomorrow. I know, Adriana, you speak Spanish, right?
Conversationally, I can keep running around circles, but I don't know
Can you fix an engine in Spanish?
With my hands and
no, with your mouth. Can you tell somebody how to fix an engine using Spanish only?
Practicamos aquí.
Pues voy a tener problemas con las palabras de la máquina, pero puedo hablar con todas las palabras que ellos están diciendo y mirando lo que están diciendo. Y a ver
Mira, toda la gente aquí que habla en español, marca corazón ahí en las reacciones. Si Adriana sabe suficiente para vender o hablar con vendedores en español. Mira todos los corazones, Pace.
Look at all those hearts, Pace. Is that what you said?
That's it. See? Bro, you got it. You can fix an engine with your mouth now too. Let's go.
Okay, cool. So I don't want to have Quijano do the Spanish outreach. I think what we do, I've got a couple of amazing Spanish speakers that are going to come in tomorrow. I think what we do is we reach out to some Spanish speaking agents tomorrow as well. We've got 2 hours. Okay, we'll do 2 hours of making sure people get loaded up with their tools. And we'll do 2 hours of like basic training in the very beginning. And then we'll do 2 hours of actual agent outreach. Okay. Now, everybody, I've unleashed the chat. Do we feel good? Do we now know the 5 things that we're going to be doing tomorrow? Okay. Now, here's what's going to happen. Oh, Daniel needs to dress up as a matador tomorrow. Yes.
I can't be the matador when I'm the bull.
Ooh, good point. You know what we could do? Here's what we'll do with my wife on day 3, if I can get her in here. Okay. I just dragged her around Boston for 3 days or 4 days, and she just barely got home. You know how it is when you're like settling back in home. Okay. Kevin Jones says, I need homework. Okay, great. Here's what I want for homework tonight. Okay. Here's what I want for homework. You guys ready for homework tonight? So we can go through the first 2 hours way, way, way faster. Ooh, Wiley's email. Some people just won't give up.
Let's see if they're that aggressive when it comes to making calls to agents.
Ooh. Interesting. That was really good. I like that. Okay. Ooh, that's a good point. Robin Hurt says connect. A lot of people are asking about how do I become a sub 2 student. Robin Hurt says connect to a sub 2 student. If you get connected with, or if you get a code, it will save you money on your registration if you join sub 2. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Robin Hurt. Where are my sub 2 students in here? Say I'm a sub 2 student, and then that way the non-sub 2 students can reach out to you. Okay. All right. So here's our homework for the night. Here's our homework. Number 1, I want everybody to go on Google and I want you to type in 100% loan to value. I shouldn't say that. 100% purchase. Some people are like, what is loan to value? 100% funding, hard money. That's what you type in. Okay. People are going to say, wait, what's the homework? Type it out. I'm writing it down, knuckleheads, right now. 100% funding, and then blank, this is your city, hard money. Okay, and what we're going to do tomorrow is we're actually going to call them. Okay, we're going to give you guys the script and interview them. And what we're going to do tomorrow is I need 3 hard money lenders, HML, okay? I need everybody to show up tomorrow with 3 hard money lenders to call, okay? That's homework number 1. Okay? Everybody's got that for homework number 1. Homework number 2, here's what we're going to do is we're going to have you type in. Ooh, I wonder what would type up in I've never done this before, but I like it. What do you think is going to pop up if I say investor friendly title company near me? Okay. Ooh, Arizona Investment Properties. Okay, that's not it. Grand Canyon Title Agency, Mesa, Arizona. Okay. Best investor-friendly title companies in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, I already know the ones in Arizona because I own the ones in Arizona. They're the most friendly. Ooh, investor-friendly title company directory. All right. I'll give you guys the link to this. This is great. All right. I didn't even know this existed. They're going to try and charge you for something, guys, but I think you can probably at least get 1 phone number off this. All right. Okay, here you go. Here's this website. I want everybody to get your state's wholesale website or wholesale title company. This is homework number 2. Okay, I want you guys to pull it off. Everybody's going to get a script from Quijano and myself tomorrow, and everybody's going to walk out of tomorrow's Elephant Challenge saying, I have a title company or a closing attorney that will do a wholesale transaction. Okay, there's the link in the side chat. Give me a yes if we understand the first 2 pieces of homework. Okay. Love it. Second piece of homework. This one's going to be the most challenging one, believe it or not. Is a title company and an escrow company in California. Yeah, they basically will use those words synonymously, even though they're not the same. Yes, Elizabeth Schaefer says, for the state we're investing in, not necessarily our home state. Correct. We want to make sure we are investing or we are finding resources in areas that we are going to be doing our outreach in, right? Is private money and hard money lenders the same? No, they're not. Okay. Jennifer Euler, I think this is really interesting about people, okay? Yes, Dave Stenelson, I have another Zoom tonight. Guys, what's the Zoom I'm having tonight?
Invest with Pace.
Invest with Pace. You guys are going to be able to be a partner with me on a $100 million deal. That Zoom is coming up right now. I'm actually going to take a 10-minute break right before that to say hi to my kids. Okay. I will give you guys that link. Here's the third piece of homework. Everybody in here, please pay attention because you're going to ask questions about it and I'm not going to answer them. Third piece of homework. Make sure you are in Discord and make sure you know your leader's name of your Discord group. Not only do you need to know their name, you need to know how to connect with them when you have a question. Okay, our leaders are other sub-2 students. Gators, not attorneys. There are some attorneys, but they're not all attorneys. Okay. Ooh, Adriana dropping. She's taking her opportunity as being a panelist of like dropping the bombs. I love it. Adriana, what are you guys having for dinner tonight?
I already had a turkey sandwich.
What the freak? From where?
With some quinoa chips from my kitchen.
Like you made it yourself?
Yeah, I made French toast and bacon the other day on Daily Dial. They saw me with eat eggs over medium. I was doing protein. And
I'm an over medium guy myself. I love an over medium person.
Did you get the invite to breakfast, Pace?
No.
Interesting. It got lost. I'm sure it got lost when she was calling and closing deals.
You know what's real interesting? If I get the invite for Golden Ticket on December, which I already bought a ticket to because I'm trying to manifest it.
Adriana, I will 100% let you into the Golden Ticket event. 1000%.
Awesome. But that means I get to bake you a cheesecake.
Oh, yes. I will eat the heck out of a cheesecake. I love me some cheesecake.
This is what happens, Pace. You get people around you, right? And they start out super quiet and apprehensive, and I can't do this, and I'm nervous, and I'm an overthinker. And then in a matter of 4 seconds, they're like pitching their stuff, they're connecting with people, they're closing on getting invitations to events. Like, who are you, Adriana? What happened to you?
A different person.
I love
I learned leverage.
Ooh, I like that. She learned leverage.
I love it.
Okay, Adriana, email Melissa and take a screenshot of this and say I was on a Zoom with Pace and Pace said that he'll get me in. I think we've already given out all the invites or we've already allocated all the invites. I will make sure there's one extra one for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
People that take action and are go-givers, they always get rewarded. That's for sure. And the cool thing about this Golden Ticket event, we're doing something different that we've never done before. Check this out. We're going to be bringing in 3 attorneys to talk all about creative finance paperwork, which you guys don't need anymore because you guys have had those trainings 1,000 times. But we're going to do it in person. It'll be fun. You'll get a chance to meet all these attorneys. It'll be cool. Then we're going to do a sales boot camp with Quijano and myself the very next day. So not only will you be coming in for the Golden Ticket event, don't go flying home Saturday morning. Because on Saturday morning, we're going to be spending the whole morning together again in the office in a sales boot camp with yours truly, Mr. Daniel Quijano.
I got the earliest flight out on Thursday. So I'm landing at 8 a.m. on Thursday. And I got the latest flight out on Saturday. So I'm not leaving until 7:30.
And Adriana, how much are you paying to come to the Golden Ticket event?
Round trip is $325.
No, to me. To me.
You, nothing. Sorry.
Okay, so for the sub-2 students that are in here, and if you're newer, here's how you get invited to the Golden Ticket events. You have to be active in the Facebook group, and I will invite you. Hey, Rob Sema, come hang out, Rob. Please, Rob, send an email to Melissa, and I'd love to have you out there. If you are a brand new sub-2 student, I want you guys coming out. I want to meet you in person, okay? Golden Ticket event is for sub-2 students only. It's where you get a chance to hang out with me and leaders for a full day. Zareen says, who says that? Who says they went to the last one? Edgar says, I went to the past one. Edgar did go to the past one, crushed it. Okay. So Derek says, I'm new. I signed up yesterday. So Derek, here's what you got to do. You got to be very active in the Facebook group. I give away 100 tickets every single month to come out and meet me and hang out with the leaders. Jamil Damji and I are going to be collaborating, and Dan Quijano is going to be collaborating with us as well. This go round, it'll be Jamil, Daniel Quijano, and myself. Brent Daniels will not be involved in this one. We're going to be doing a smaller allocation of Astro students, probably 20 sub Astro students. And what I'm doing is I'm pushing the envelope for 150 sub 2 students to come out in person. Okay. So Adriana, did you get to watch the last one on Zoom? How cool it was?
Yes.
It's epic. It's life-changing. So what we realize is a lot of people, here's what they do. They fly in, they come to the event and they go, we want more. And we go, we don't have anything more. Pace is doing Zooms on Saturday morning with all the sub 2 students. Sorry. And so they're hanging out and they're doing whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a boot camp Saturday morning. So you come in, golden ticket event on Friday, boot camp on Saturday, and it'll be short. And then what we'll do is we'll go play kickball, or we'll go do hiking or do something all together. Okay. Do a pace cruise. I wish my Prius was big enough to take everybody in my Prius. Yeah, we will be playing kickball with Caroline, so it'll be a lot of fun. All right. We got the homework. What's the homework, everybody? Type it in the side chat so everybody knows what the homework is. We're going to wrap up. Give me 5 minutes before I prepare for my Invest with Pace Zoom coming up. Okay, cool. Felix got it. Make sure you have Privy. Start with Privy.com. Okay, go to startwithprivy.com. You need start Privy. Hard money lender. We're going to do that tomorrow. Okay, this is what we're doing tomorrow. Gator will supply you with EMD. We're going to connect you with a Gator. Everybody walks out tomorrow making sure they have a title company. And then tomorrow we are going to get Quijano'd. Okay. You're going to get Quijano'd. You're going to get sales scripts, and we're going to start doing agent outreach for the last 2 hours of tomorrow. Does everybody know the homework? Okay. So Carly Grunman says, I don't have money for Privy. What I would do, guys, is make sure if you have money for Privy, you have Privy. If you don't have money for Privy, what I would do is it's like $75. You're not paying me anything. You're not paying for the contracts. You're not paying for anything. If we can't come up with $75, here's what I would do. I would make sure you're part of a Discord with other people that can kind of coach you and help you along. You will fall behind, but don't let that stop you. Okay.
You see, Edgar said he would pay for somebody's first month.
Wow, that's gangster.
Go give
And by the way, Privy does have a trial. Just FYI, everybody. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Offer up and sell some stuff. Go in your garage, sell your husband's shoes that he hasn't been wearing. Go into his closet and be like, yo, this dude wears the worst possible clothes. Adriana, let's be honest. Have you ever had your husband wear stuff you're like, yeah, I ain't a fan of that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And did you sell it on offer up to get a Privy membership?
No, I have other tactics.
Oh, okay. She has other tactics. She's figured out how she puts them on pumpkins for Halloween. They're scarecrows in her front yard.
He says, you have me on rations.
I freaking love it. Okay. So everybody got the homework. Okay. Everybody got the homework. Here's what I'm going to do. Somebody says, Mahmoud says, Pace, don't forget me. This is my number. Call me. Mahmoud, no offense. I ain't calling you, homie. I make myself highly available, but I can tell you that ain't happening. I love you. I adore you, but that will not be happening. Okay. I'm going to be jumping on the next Zoom. Okay. Who wants the link? Who wants the link to the hard money lender? Okay. You all are typing the side chat, but I put on pause. Here's how you're going to, I'm going to give you guys the first thing I do on this next Zoom, just FYI. Come into the Invest with Pace Zoom. I'm going to take a 5-minute break with my wife and my kids. I will give you Wiley's contact information in the next Zoom. How about that?
Boom.
Do the homework. Come in, learn about some multifamily. I'm going to be showing you guys a big, fat, juicy deal. Come into that Zoom. I got 1,300 people or so. Come into that Zoom. For people on YouTube, let me give you guys the link. Boom, right there. Come into, ooh, dang, we got like 1,500 people. This is a lot. Come into the Zoom to here in a couple of minutes, and I will give you Wiley's information, everybody. All right. And Quijano, are you excited about tomorrow?
I'm more than excited tomorrow. We're going to blow people's minds.
Okay, let's get Newsome. Let's get myself, Adriana. You need to be ready to do agent outreach tomorrow.
Yes, I'm gonna be practicing.
Adriana, who's your battle buddy?
I have a couple, but Adam Catledge is the one
I
that
love Adam.
and Monica Phoebus.
Who do you think needs it the most? Who should we bring up on this screen and apply a little bit of pressure to them tomorrow?
Monica.
Get Monica. Tell Monica that you volunteered her for tomorrow. She's going to get Quijano'd, okay?
Boom.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. 2 to 4 tomorrow, we're going to be loading people up with training. 4 to 6, we're going to be doing agent outreach and working with sellers or working with agents, okay? And everyone save the chat, by the way. Adriana's got it right. Everybody save the chat. I will see you guys on the next Zoom. The link is in the side chat right there. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock, ending at 6 o'clock. We'll see you guys soon.